We all gonna be tired.
Oh yeah, we definitely will be. This is the Two Tired Dudes podcast, though. We're doing things a little different this time. Fundead and I are trying out Discord just to see what it's like. So hopefully, if this all works out good, you can either just see who's talking by the flashing green highlight around the square. And yeah, if you're listening to this on Spotify, then I guess this is irrelevant to you. But yeah, this week's topic. So I sent it out to the Discord community. It was basically if you could change any mechanic, any like system in a game, what would you change and why? So an example I gave was, I believe Sonic the Hedgehog should be an RPG, and here's why. Yeah, just wanted to hear what you guys thought about what games you'd want to tweak and stuff. So Funded, since you're the only one here, my dude, why don't you take it off?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't have an answer for none of it.
Well, you know what? Then how about we just start off with what you've been doing this week, my dude?
I mean, I went to work yesterday. Didn't go to work today. I had a stomachache, so I chose not to go to work. That was actually a good decision because I could not leave the restroom.
Uh-oh.
So I was like, good decision. And then I'm going to go to work tomorrow, talk to my tool guy, tell him I only need $30 taken out. Oh, and then I'm getting ready for my wedding this year, so.
Oh, nice. It's gonna be this year? Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
How long do you got to save still? You still got a decent amount of time, or is it getting
we pretty much got everything already set up.
Oh, okay.
We've been planning this since last year.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So everything's running pretty smooth so far.
Perfect.
No, not too big of hiccups, but there are a few, as every wedding does have a few.
Oh, of course.
And other than that, my week is going to be a smooth week, hopefully, even though I didn't do shit yesterday.
What about TV and games and all that? Did you do anything exciting? Play anything exciting?
I haven't done barely anything in games. I did start a new world in if I can remember the name of it, Stardew Valley.
Ooh, okay.
With Mom. So we're doing that. Probably do that after the stream as well. So therefore I can have something to do. Since it didn't really do anything today. I'm just chilling. So we might do that after the stream, I'm not sure.
Actually, speaking of which, hello, Mom.
Yeah, I know. Be the devil.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's all going through. So what sparked the Stardew Valley? Starting off all over again.
Irritation.
Irritation?
You can ask Mom how many times I've had to practically restart completely just because of my stupidity.
Oh.
Well, stubbornness.
No, stupidity. I had bombs in my hand and I blew up my farm.
Oh. That's too funny.
Yeah. It's not good to carry the bombs around in your loadout when you're just walking around on your farm. It's just not a good idea.
Listen, I just came from the mines, right? And I got some goodies, and I wanted to put it in the furnace, and I forgot they were there, and a little hissing started to happen. I'm like, fuck, not again.
Not again.
I mean,
It's happened. It's happened a few times.
I've done it. I've done it like once, and maybe twice, but it wasn't. It was a delay. Like I had issues with my game delaying.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was a game.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, but I didn't destroy the entire farm like you did. I just blew like a
Straight up,
couple of chests up, and that was it. It was no big deal.
like 3 mega bombs.
Yeah, mine were just those little cherry bombs.
I fucked my shit up real good.
Yeah.
So is that
So,
it?
but it's okay.
Is that it, Fundead? Just Stardew Valley? It's funny.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, fuck all that. And then Potion Crafter, the
Yeah, that's what I was
game
waiting
I
for.
have been wanting to. Yeah, Potion Craft Alchemist Simulator. I've been wanting to stream that a little bit, but I have not had the time, nor the energy, nor the will to stream. So
Did you at least
I've
get
just been
to dabble
chilling
in
with the
it?
villain. Oh yeah, I suck at it, but it's fun.
Yeah.
It's one of the games where it's like it's really finicky with some of the controls,
Okay.
and then it's like really blunt with some of them, and you're like,
What are
I
you
keep
playing
going
it
over
on,
to the other
Fundead?
screen whenever I don't mean to do that. I am playing that on the Xbox. It's
Ooh.
on Game Pass.
Okay, I'll have to look that one up then. I didn't think it was on Xbox. Nice.
It will knock your ass out. It is the most boring game you could play before bed, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked really interesting. And then last time we were talking about it, I was like, yeah, I definitely want to play that. How about you, Bob? What have you been up to the past week?
I ended Crisis 2, and
Yeah.
I started, I started Crisis 3 this evening. Just got into it, and yeah, I really like it. They went back to, you know how like when you're playing a series of games, like I think they think that they're improving things, and then like for the second one, they'll change the controls a little bit on you, and you're like, why? Why would you do this? You know, what's the benefit? And then by the third game, like this third, they've gone back to the old controls because clearly the first set of controls, like the way that you use a controller, work better or more efficient. So I'm happy with that. Um, the intro to this game, Crisis 3, was really cool. I loved it. I hope they do come out with a new one. And if it's anything like the beginning of this one so far, I really love it. Is very cool. And I'm building a Stardew farm out for my daughter on her profile.
Ooh.
So it just gives me an opportunity to like try different
Ooh.
types of farms and try different methods, see what works best.
Spicy.
So yeah.
I was gonna say with Crisis, then have you you also said you beat the first one too, right?
Mhm.
Has it been like that long for you? Like, are they just quick games, or are you just really good at them?
No, I don't know. I couldn't stop playing them. I mean,
Wow.
honestly, like I think because I have more time on my hands now because my kids are older, and I'm getting kind of like I guess I just have more time on my hands than I thought. I'm homebound a lot more than I was before, so as soon as I get done with work, if I want to, I can hop right on.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, and I'm a massive night owl. I can stay up pretty late. I know a couple of nights I was up until 4 in the morning working on it
Wow.
because I didn't have work. I took I took almost 2 weeks of work off over the holiday too. So as soon as I started playing it, it was just like that was all I did. And my kids leave me alone. They know because they have their own games. So it's an understanding in the house. Like mom's on the grind, just let her go. I just worked at it, but I really enjoyed it. I really got into it. A lot like very similar, like almost as much as I got into Destiny the
Ooh,
first time I
okay.
played it. Yeah, and I really love Destiny. So
Yeah.
yeah, obviously.
I was gonna say, well, you know what? For everything from what was it the summer, I think, all the way until maybe Christmas. There, you were go go go. So it's nice that you actually have some free time now to enjoy some games.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then so yeah, we're getting ready to get back into the go 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 again. So once we start that, yeah, I won't be able to play as much. I won't be home as much. Um, it's going to be a quick. She graduates high school in a little less than 6 months.
Wow, that
So
quick already.
yeah, so it'll be one trading one for the other, pretty much. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
Yeah, and she'll be off to college and starting her life. So, but our softball season, it looks just as crazy as last season. Oh my gosh, I can't remember how many. I think we have how many? Four, at least a minimum of 4 games a week.
Wow.
I think. I think that's what she has. Yeah,
Holy.
it is a tough schedule.
Yeah, no kidding. And I guess that must be like in a
Yeah,
couple months, eh? The softball season.
yeah. It only lasts about 2.5 months, but you can get in close to 30 games if
Holy.
you schedule. Yeah,
Wow, I didn't think it
it's
was that
kind of
many.
insane. Yeah, I think they did. What were they? 24-3 last year. I think they were 24-3, so that's 27 games. Yeah,
Holy crap! Wow, yeah, that's lots. More,
yeah.
especially in such
It
a
can get
short.
exhausting.
Well, yeah, it's such a short time frame too, right? That's tough.
Yeah, baseball is the same way. When you get into college level, it pretty much gets you ready for what you're going to face if you do go on to play college. What you're going to face in college because they have a very they do series. They'll either some some schools will do all week doubleheaders, and some schools do series on the weekends. So you're either
Okay.
playing, yeah, three games on the weekend, maybe four, or you do double headers throughout the entire week. And we've heard both sides of it. So we know her schedule for softball in college won't really ramp up until the spring, and she'll cut her load in half for classes, or not half exact, but close to half, so that she can participate.
Yeah, I mean, even at a student level too. You're right. That's really challenging to keep up to, even if it is just for like a little bit, right? It's still, yeah, that's a lot of
Yeah,
commitment. Like I said,
I'm sorry.
again, just happy you have this time right now to actually enjoy
Yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. It is kind of like I gotta do it while I can do it.
Yeah, right. I gotta pick the right games right now. I know you mentioned a few, Mom, but has there been? Oh my God, has there been any shows this week or any movies or I know you know books too? You suggested a few. Anything you've done
um,
special this past week or a couple weeks?
Not really. I'm trying to think because I really have been grinding on Crisis so
Yeah.
much. It's
Hey,
pretty
no
much
worries.
consumed me. Um, Not really. I mean, I go through spurts where I read a lot and then I'll game a lot. It just depends on a lot of times when we're on the road. If we're in hotels, like with her travel ball schedule, after high school she'll go into travel ball, and when we start traveling, then I'll bring books along with me. That's when I read. I catch myself rereading the same stuff over and over, just like movies. I'm terrible.
Oh yeah, no, me
I'll
too.
just reread the same stuff over and over.
There's one book I think I must have read, I don't know, 7 or 8 times at this point. It was Catcher in the Rye. And it was all because,
Oh yeah,
yeah, right. It was in high school and I wasn't, didn't appreciate
classic.
enough as a kid. So I bought the copy of
Yeah,
it. Yeah, I don't know. I fell in love with it. I read that one
yeah.
way
You're
too
not gonna
much.
go wrong there. That's a classic.
Um, yeah.
I actually have a question for you, Mindful.
What's up, buddy?
How's your adventure with Neon Abyss going?
Yeah. Well, I got Dark Souls, and that kind of changed my life there for a little bit.
I'll see how it is. See how it is. Nah, it's alright. It's okay.
I was actually saying that for my catch up part. I jumped into Dark Souls. Got I don't know. I guess 2.5 hours into it, and yeah, it's really good. Like I like it. It is challenging, but like, and I find it more fair than people were describing to me. Like the fact that you get, so I don't really understand how it works yet, mechanically wise, but like some parts I get 10 extra health potions, and then other parts I only get 5 health potions. But like either or, like 5 or 10, right? Like it's pretty decent what you get, and they're just constantly refilled every time you go to the bonfire. So like me right now, right, I'm just venturing out slowly, going back to the bonfire, leveling up, venturing out slowly, right? Just back and forth like that. But yeah, even like experience wise, like, or souls, whatever you want to phrase it as, they're very generous with it. Like the bad guys, it's pretty easy to grind and build it up right now. Like I don't know, I went from whatever it was level 4. I think right now I'm like level 15, and like I said, for 2 hours I was happy with that. Like, okay, this is decent. Yeah, haven't got to a boss yet, so I'm sure that'll be a different feeling in this situation at that point. But for right now, like, yeah, like I think it's pretty generous for what it is. There's many times I've died already. But it was like for stupid mistakes. Like I couldn't get mad at the game for it. I was like, oh man, I should have dodged that one, right? Or should have used the weapon that I was already enjoying. I love the axe. The axe is badass. It's quick, it's fast, it deals a lot of damage. I'm like, this is what I need. No idea how to parry and block. I don't understand that shit. I just dodge and hit, dodge and hit. Yeah. And then other than that, it was for Pete's sakes. We watched what was that show called now? I think it's like The Girl. It's like a super long title on Netflix. It's like the lady that sees like a murder or whatever across the street. Like it's this animal. It's this huge ass title. But it's pretty good. Like it's an interesting like thriller. I don't want to give away too much, obviously. Basically, this lady just has like a drinking problem, and then she isn't sure if she saw something, and obviously people find it very hard to believe of her because of her addiction and all that. And it's kind of interesting to see how it all plays out and what's real, what's not real, etc. Yeah, and then I'm with you, Mom. I usually just watch a ton of Family Guy, or I'll rewatch The Simpsons for the 100th time. Like I'm a sucker for that too. Once I get into a certain show, like Schitt's Creek, I must have watched that like 100 times already.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh shoot, I just totally forgot the name of it. It's not Community. It's the one that pokes fun at state government or county government.
Ooh.
Shoot. It had Rob Lowe in it, and oh no, now I'm gonna have to. I just blanked on it. I heard Community in my head.
Yeah. Is it Parks and Recreation? Is that the one you're thinking of?
Yes.
Yeah, that one's really good.
I literally could just pick an episode. It doesn't matter. It's so good. It's so funny. I think Chris Pratt is in
I was
it.
gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, Aubrey. I think her name is Aubrey.
Yep.
She's oh my god, she's so deadpan funny. That's one I can pick up because I worked in government, and the funny part about that show is that it's based in Indiana, which is where I'm from. And the first time I watched it, I was like, they're not going to be that close. It is crazy how close they are to the personalities that you run into in county government.
Wow.
And then, yeah, it's not far.
Yeah, like that's bad.
I mean, it's over the top, of course. It's comedy. It's over the top.
Yeah.
But there were a couple of. I mean, all I did was like, I forget. I got a hold of a couple of the girls that I used to work with, and all I did was say the characters' names, and they were like, "Yep, yep, that's this person. That's that person." I do like What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh.
That's probably one of my Yeah, that's one of my favorite. I don't watch like regular television because we just don't have access to it. We stream everything, and so we use Hulu like for regular like what I would say like people use an antenna for. We use Hulu for.
Okay.
So yeah, so what we do in the shadows is probably one of my favorite. I would say, if not my favorite series ever. Um, it has such dark. It's not just dark comedy; it's just funny all the way across the board. It is one of the funniest, probably well written TV shows, movie slash whatever you want to. The script is outstanding in it. It is so funny. Um, Tiki that did the Ragnarok, he has written parts of this. So it's I can't think of how you say his full name, but the guy that did the Thor Ragnarok,
Yeah.
he's written parts of this, and
Oh,
he's actually
okay.
starred. He's acted in part of it too, which made it even funnier. Because when you see him, you're like, it's like when you see Quentin Tarantino in one of his movies. You
Yeah,
immediately go,
exactly.
oh, there's Quentin Tarantino. Well, you see him in this, and you're just like, oh my god, what's he doing? What's he gonna do?
Yeah, for Stan Lee in a Marvel movie.
Mhm, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. He was very, very funny. Yeah, I could not recommend that one enough. If not just for the private garden. There's a private garden that one of the vampires creates as an ode to his mother, and that's all I'm going to say. um, it's definitely not a kid's show. Very, very, very funny.
And that one's on Hulu, you said?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think it's the Hulu exclusive.
Okay. I'll have to see if we
I
can.
could be wrong. No, no, no. You know what? It's FX, and then Hulu picked it up because Hulu has all the networks underneath. They have access to all the network stuff. I think it's FX.
Oh, okay
Now that
then.
I want to talk out of my ear, but oh my god, there's a character in that realm as well, and I don't want to give it away. He's an energy vampire, and he is those people in life. They walk up to you and they start talking, and they just will not go away,
Yeah.
no matter what you do to them. He is the epitome of that. It is so much fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
So, I think I got the game I would want to change something about.
Oh yeah, sure, buddy. What is it?
Neon Abyss.
Wow, okay. So what is it?
Make it multiplayer.
I'm surprised they don't have that as an option.
How would you go
Because
about it?
with how many characters are here, there could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. So, I would make it multiplayer just because 1, it'd be fun.
Okay.
And 2, it just needs to happen.
It just needs to happen. Do you see it as a
Like you
possibility happening or no?
Binding of Isaac and stuff. Do I see it possible happening?
Yeah.
I mean, if it gets popular enough, yeah. They might make another game to do it, but I could see it happening, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I heard a lot of it from you, obviously, but I wasn't. Oh no, actually, one of my coworkers played the game too, Neon Abyss. So I just haven't seen
I
it like.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it like
Yeah.
pop up much like on Twitter or something like that. So I don't know how much popularity it has.
Oh, I've been playing Vampire Survivors, but I took a break from that even for a crisis.
Yeah, I know. I feel yeah, but me too. I took a little bit of a break from Vampire Survivors.
I
I also want to add that I got every single upgrade now.
Ooh, way to
Like-
go, buddy!
yeah, Neon Abyss. It would just make sense to make it multiplayer. To be honest, after playing it, I think that just makes sense.
So many possibilities.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I guess yeah, that's a good way to.
Yeah, I have every single one.
I was gonna say, would you want to go co-op then, or would you just want to go like 4-player Fundead?
Co-op or like a massive group running in and taking on like the managers and stuff. That'd be fun.
Okay. Yeah, I say games like
Yeah,
that.
the managers. The managers are funny.
I say a game like that. Yeah, would be really good as a co-op. Um, yeah, a lot of successors have done that before too with those kind of styles. But yeah, so that was the topic we had at hand, Mom. So basically,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've thought of any or not, but like if there's any games out there that you look at or whatever, and you go, oh, it'd be so much better if they just did this. People would stop complaining about it.
Mhm. Um, you know how you, I don't know if I don't want to speak for anybody else, but I can have these ideas as I'm playing along in a game, like, oh, it'd be so good if they did this or this, but I don't remember any of it. I know I've said it. I've said it specifically, even with Stardew Valley. I've said, God, it would be nice if they would do this. I don't remember what this is though. I know I've thought about it. Crafting specific items in Stardew Valley that aren't craftable right now, along with Minecraft the same way.
Okay.
Like they're just, I don't know, and I don't want to sound stupid, but the square shape in Minecraft can get so irritating that there should be some kind of option. And I know there's mods and all sorts of things that you can do to the game
Yeah.
to get what you want out of it. And I get that absolutely. If you're playing on console, you're a little bit more limited than if you're playing on PC, especially with Minecraft. It would be nice if the kind of stuff that's available to PC would be available to console players for Minecraft specifically. They just have so
Like
many
have
more
access to the Nexus.
What'd you say?
Like have access to the Nexus and stuff like that.
I think I don't know what the Nexus. What's the Nexus? What do you mean?
That's okay. So that's where most of the mods are
Well,
at.
I don't know. My daughter played it on PC, and she had just a slew of mods that she put on her own game. I don't know where it's accessed from. I just watched her over her shoulder when she was younger and when she was playing way before I played. And I remember her, and I watch other streamers play it. I remember them, and I've seen them be able to mod the game out in such a way that it's just I don't know. It's not that it's for me because of the type of builds that I do. Um,
Almost like quality of
it's
life
just
issues, like just like kind of fixing. Yeah. Okay.
like there's just not as many options to be honest
That's
on console.
shocking because like you think about it, like well, the only two I can think of off the top of my head is Skyrim and Fallout 4, right? There is a way to add mods now into that console game, so you're right. Like
Hmm.
why can't that be more of an option? Like I understand there's limitations and all that stuff, right? But like you're saying, like
Hmm.
just some basic, like things to just make that experience just a little bit better. Like really,
Yeah,
we can't just mod that in, like.
yeah, and there's just so much you can do on PC that you just can't do on console. I'm surprised even with the new Xbox and the PS5 that are supposed to be the closest thing to PC without being PC, that it hasn't something hasn't come out of that yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they haven't really
Mm.
done a lot, with the newer systems, like as far as I've noticed.
Mm-mm. We were looking at Hertz. We were looking at, well, I should say my son and I were discussing Hertz and monitor quality and things like that. And we were talking about the difference, like if you put a console on a let's say like a 144 Hertz monitor, what does that do to it? So, of course, like we're going to try it and see what happens in a few months when I can get squared away with the new Xbox. He and I kind of have some plans on instead of me gaming, I game in front of an old 1080p TV. We're going to try to put the Xbox on, the newer, bigger Xbox on a monitor with a higher hertz and see if that doesn't improve some of the delay that I find in my games and stuff.
Oh, okay.
As we're I'm in Fortnite a lot, and I used to play Call of Duty. I had to quit Call of Duty completely because I literally couldn't. My frame rate alone was killing me, and I literally killing me. Like I could not get kills in the game because I just literally couldn't. Like my console just couldn't keep up. Um, I'm pulling the trigger and nothing's happening basically.
I love
So
how like I got to know you, Mom, as like a
mhm.
Minecraft and like like Stardew Valley and all that, but you are secretly like an FPS legend. Like you just casually shout out all these FPS titles. You're like, yeah, I played it. I was pretty good at it.
I really love Call of Duty, and I don't know. I got to the point where I was like, I wonder if there anybody else. Like, I'm at work, I'm in a meeting. There's a whole room basically of women, and we're all talking. And I turn to this supervisor, and I'm like, you don't like play Call of Duty or anything? Because I hear her. She said something under her breath about Xbox, and I said, you don't like play Call of Duty or something, do you? And she's like, yeah, I do. And I'm like, what? And so the more her and I talk, the more you find out there's a lot of women right around our age that play it. And just like a lot of us, I didn't necessarily, but she said she did. Sometimes you put a male skin on so you don't catch as much flack in the game for being a woman.
Oh, yeah.
So because that can get so out of hand pretty quickly. The comments and stuff that are happening
I'm back.
In proximity chat right now are just ridiculous.
That's crazy.
I tweeted out something. I don't normally get onto like,
Yeah, the
the
bandwagon.
bandwagon or something. Yeah, but I opened up this girl's her stream the other day. She's a fantastic Call of Duty player. Literally just opened the stream up and I'm like, why is she on the report screen? And why is there no audio? And I knew something had happened because she had been catching, her and her team are women typically, and they've been catching a bunch of flack. And she reported the guy, the stuff he had said. I had tweeted it, but I took the tweet down because it did come out. He got banned. So Activision banned him from the game completely. So because his comments were just, oh my God, it was just unreal. It was like, it's kind of funny to be out of pocket, but you're way like you're there is no pocket. I don't know where you're even coming from, dude. Like I don't even know why you would say something like that. So um long story short, yeah, I love first person shooters. If I can keep up with it, as far as like my console not dying out on me and delaying too badly. Yeah, I do. I know it's
Speaking of Call of Duty, tonight I actually had some gameplay that I wish I recorded. I got 32 kills and 11 deaths.
Wow. Way to go, buddy.
Ooh, that's really good. I was always the because my system, is about on its last leg. I played in Modern Warfare. I don't know what it was called now. I can't remember. Where you just try to gather the most gold or the most money on the map, and your team wins. And I was like rat supreme for that. I love doing that. But I
I don't
love.
remember what it's called.
I can't remember for the life of me what that's called. But yeah, I did pretty well. I had fun. So I think that's what matters.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
said like I said, I don't understand that whole entire like hate. Yeah, like really just hate. Like I don't know how to label it. Like it's just stupid shit that people do, and it doesn't make any sense. It's like like who cares? Half the time I'm just trying to worry if my friggin' shot's gonna line up or not.
I know. I'm like, I'm just trying to get a shot off here, man. What are you calling me names for? Like, what are you doing?
And, like, I know no one can hear me, right? But usually at the end of the match, I'll be like, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I've had that too. Where I'm just like, I'm completely terrible today, and I missed every shot on that. I'm so sorry. If somebody gets me fair and square in the death comms, I will completely be like, oh my God, that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Same, yeah.
I deserved every bit of that.
So, like, out of all the ones you played, them, would you say that Call of Duty has been your favorite FPS game? Because you played quite a bit then.
A little. I don't play it as much as I used to because I can't.
No, I mean, like if you played Fortnite, you played Destiny 2, right? The Crisis, like you're describing. So you've gone through a few different FPSs.
I really I do still get hung up on Destiny quite a bit. Destiny's probably because it was my first, I guess my first real FPS experience.
Yeah.
And my kids actually had to say something to me because I was playing it so much. I played it so much. Still to this day, they'll still say, "Man, Mom, you had an issue with that." The very first one.
So
Yeah,
really
probably
addicted.
the very first one. Probably like D1 was probably my favorite. Probably always will kind of carry a spot in my heart anyway.
That was actually I was gonna say earlier. Like Fundead, even when you said you couldn't think of any, I know you got Neon Abyss, right? But I'm surprised that both of you guys didn't mention Destiny 2 in this whole topic. I was really expecting this to be like the big like,
saving that game.
here's everything I would change, you know. Especially because you guys were talking about like Destiny 3 being a possibility as well, you know. Like, is there anything that you guys think would save Destiny or make it more popular, or? Well, no, because I know you guys are
Better
very
community?
passionate about that game, right? So I was always curious, like, what you guys would do if, you know, if you had the money, you had the hands on the wheel.
It's
Everything equal again.
what'd you say? Fun. What'd you say?
Make everything equal again.
Oh, balanced. Yeah, it's pretty imbalanced. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Yeah.
don't make one fucking group of people stronger than another one. That's no.
Yeah. And there are maps that are imbalanced on the game. We all know that. It kind of went
So many
from
of them.
yeah, it went from a what I would call like a I mean it was a I don't know what you call that. It was an FPS, but it was had a nice storyline to it. It was more teamwork driven, I guess, in the beginning. And then when D2 dropped, it just turned into who has the best loadout, who has the bigger and best guns, who has the best armor, instead of it being,
I got all upgrades.
yeah, and it just became so equipment driven and loadout driven that it kind of soured me to it. I wasn't even really sure after they nerfed the supers from D1 to D2, and there was a lot of upheaval over that. So it's one of those topics I think you could spend an entire podcast talking about, and you're going to piss somebody off with whatever. It doesn't matter what you say about Destiny D1 or D2, you're going to make somebody mad. So it would be like it would take up so much time, I think, to even talk about it.
So I'm curious though, like when you guys like mentioned like imbalance and all that, is it because like it became more pay to win at one point, or was it just like the changes that the team was working on in the game that ruined it, or?
I think the focus shifted from storyline to I guess you say loadout, like who has the bigger and better guns, who has the bigger and better armor. It just became I mean what I call me first and gimmes. Like
Okay.
I want it and I want it now and I want the best. It just became like a grind, but
Yeah.
not. I mean, I don't mind grinding at all, as a matter of fact, but
I get you. Like I said
Not
with Gems, right? It starts to become more like a job than an actual
yeah,
game, right? Yeah, I get that.
yeah, yeah. It's like, wait a minute. And then if players go in, let's say they do a raid, and I think Fun can attest to this because we've seen it together. Um, they do a raid, you get raid gear. Raid gear is always a higher tier level. It's just the highest you can get, and then just keep kind of modding around with it, going around with it, making it higher and more powerful. So if you go up against somebody like that in PvP, you aren't, and they're on computer. You've got the crossplay issue too. You,
Oh,
you aren't
true.
going to win that battle. It's not going to happen. And so for me, I had a lot of fun in PvP in Destiny 1 and started in Destiny 2. And then everything just became so overpowered and so weapons focused and weapons based and armor based. And uh, it became exhausting to me anyway.
I get that. That's actually a really good one to bring up too. I feel when it comes to crossplay, I think that was a big mistake. I don't think PC should have been
Mm,
involved. I think it should have
mhm.
just stuck with consoles. And it's
Yeah.
it's not saying like PC can't play with console players, but like in a way you can't. Like you just like you said, if it's an FPS game, it ruins the experience because they're going to be faster, they're going to be more efficient
Mhm.
at it, right? You can't match a mouse with a joystick, unfortunately. Um,
Right.
yeah, so I don't. To me, I always thought that was really dumb. The idea of it was perfect. It just the adding on PC was kind of silly. I don't know.
Hmm.
Just always thought that was one that shouldn't have been done.
I remember being so excited, like, oh my gosh, like I can play with my friends that have PlayStations now. It
Exactly.
never even occurred to me that they would throw computers into it. Like what? I remember going, what? Can't we opt out of this? Like, I don't want to play against those people. My son has a computer. He plays Destiny on both. And he's like, oh, mom, on computer, I'm way ahead of you. Like, my frame rate is so much faster. And he can mod it out. He can assign clicks to his mouse, his click, he can do things so much quicker than what I can do. And he knows he plays on both, so he knows.
Yeah. See, like exactly. It's
But,
just
yeah, I think there should be an option to, like, you should be able to opt out of playing with them.
yeah.
I don't think, yeah, I don't think it's something that should be forced on everyone, if that makes sense.
No, I
There's
get
my soapbox.
it. No, I totally agree with you. I think that that should have been re-looked at and maybe polished up for the next future generations in gaming. Um,
Yeah.
sorry, Fundead, you gonna say something, buddy?
Mm-mm. No, I was moving my mic. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. So anyway, I was gonna say, like, by the way, when we talk about these things, like, I get it. Like, some people aren't gonna agree, like you were saying, Mom. But at the end of the day, this is your guys' thoughts and opinions, right? It's not something everyone
Mm,
has to agree with, right? This is just things that we feel. Might be better if it was a little bit different, right? I mean, for mine, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna target Sonic. That was actually my point I was gonna make today.
yeah.
I love Sonic. I think Sonic is a fantastic
Yeah.
character, and it sucks. And just to see, what it's become now, and
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like, man, it's just so much hate on Sonic, and I just don't get it
Mm,
sometimes. It's like, a game comes out, everyone's like, yeah, it's not what I expected. It's like, well, what do you think it is? Like, you race around a level, like that's it.
yeah. That's it.
You're
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but just like, so I guess based on everything you hear all the time, right? Definitely number one would be camera angles, like the basic stuff, right? Yeah, controls could do a
Hmm.
little bit better job, but as far as like Sonic game, I think in all honesty, people want is that style, and not RPG like Final Fantasy and like leveling up, but more of like the Far Cry approach, where maybe you level up his speed 4 points, whatever it might be, right? Um,
Yeah.
jump ability. I haven't played the new
But
Sonic game, so I'm not sure if they've added those kind of mechanics now or not. But just based on the ones I have played, that seems to like always be something that's missing. They tease you with it, they get there with it. Like Sonic Adventure, you could pick up power items and you slowly got a little bit better. but there was never that like actual leveling up mechanic, and it'd be easy to do, really, right?
Hmm.
Give some kind of experience points at the end of every stage you get to.
Yeah.
Reward them with something as they're killing enemies. Like there is lots of ways to build up experience. And I just, as much as I know a lot of people go like, oh, don't add the RPG mechanic, like sometimes that saves a game. That gives it a fresher breath air. What was it there? I think Tomb Raider was the one that took that approach. There was ways to like level up for survival skills in the newer series, and it worked, right? It brought me back into it. Yeah, that's my Sonic 2 cents.
Mm. We played it on Sega when it rolled out on Sega, and I don't know, we couldn't play it enough. We had so much fun with it.
Yeah, like
And I think there was a version that came out. Oh my gosh, what was that? It's been so long ago, and we were pretty disappointed with it, and I can't remember now. And it did kind of flop. It didn't do very well, and it actually, I think it caused motion sickness in some people because of the way that they changed the camera angle on it. Um, I think it's been so long ago, and then I think we were so crushed that it flopped so badly. We really just wanted it to go back to the old Sega version. Like, can we just collect rings and run across the map 100 miles an hour and spin and um, fight the bosses at the end?
yeah,
The way classic Mario kind of leveling stuff. I don't know. We like that.
like I hate platformers with a passion. Like I suck at them. I'm
Mm,
just not good. But Sonic, I'll play it. I know it's same genre, same element, but I'll play
mhm.
that every single night. Like you're right. Like it was just a great experience.
Right. Yeah, there's just something about that game. I can play Rayman. Like I will play Rayman every once in a while just for a break. And Rayman Legends is probably one of the funnier ones that we play. I think that's the one with the music levels in it. And I'll take a break, from whatever I'm doing, whether it's a shooter or a farming game or whatever, and play it. But for me, it's a break. It's just fun to get in there and run around for a minute and not really care. Oh well, I'll just try to level over again. It's not something that I feel like sweaty about, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, totally. Like I don't know if you ever got the chance to try them or not, but again, camera angles will be a huge issue. But Sonic
Mhm.
Adventure, like I talk about them a lot, but I loved it. Like I
Mhm.
think that was the approach that people needed, but again, it just for whatever reason, Sonic Adventure just didn't click for a lot. Like they
Mhm.
got the sequel, right? But then after the sequel kind of died off, which is weird. But just like I don't know that style, like going from 2D to okay, here's 3D, but like it's gonna be like huge action scenes, and it's gonna be ridiculous when you're running through these levels. Like tornadoes are gonna mess you up, and like they had a really cool concept with it.
Mm.
But like as much as I love the game, the camera angles, yeah, really do ruin it because there are moments where you can't adjust your camera. Your character's like flying everywhere on the screen, but you have no idea where he's landing or where he's going.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they really
I get
bumped out on
that.
that part, but like that's what I was thinking. Like they have that part down pat. They figured out how to get to
Mhm.
3D, and then yeah, like I think the only thing that's missing is just like something to keep the person interested as they're playing. And RPG is kind of an easy
Mhm.
way to do that. Any kind of leveling system, right? Like you're gonna
That'd be
want to.
really cool. Yeah,
Yeah, right. You're gonna
yeah.
want to. Whether you jump only like a centimeter higher, you're gonna want to add 4 points so that you could do that, right, or whatever
Hmm.
term or concept they'd use for it. But yeah, and I say this because I just literally tried last week too a little bit of Sonic Generations. I was like, man, this is good too. Like I don't know what we're talking about. Um, yeah,
I was just, Son was playing. What was the? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna butcher this because I don't even remember the name of it. There was a game that Fun was playing, and it was kind of had the Cult of the Lamb view to it, but the Neon Abyss feel. And I can't remember the name of it for anything. And he ran through it while I was watching him stream it, and he just ran through it one night. I'm like, what in the hell?
Binding of Isaac.
Was it the Binding of Isaac?
Binding of Isaac.
Okay. Yeah, I never did get to play
Good
that.
shit.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Good shit. Good shit.
Mhm.
Super fun.
Yeah.
I still play that every now
I
and
enjoyed watching that a
then.
lot. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about that game. Binding of Isaac. Will in the Discord, I know he plays that one too. Uh,
First time I ever played it was on computer.
I don't know what we were talking about FPS, like shooters, and I don't know what gets triggered in me if it's my Gen X, but I will not stream shooter games because of my mouth. I don't know. I was going to ask you guys, I mean, if you play shooters, do you find yourself just running your mouths? I mean, Fun and I've played Fortnite. I think we've all played Fortnite enough together that we know we say a little bit. We talk a little bit of shit, right?
yeah,
But I catch myself sometimes saying stuff that I'm like, oh God.
like I don't know. I guess I've been lucky lately, and I haven't messed up that bad.
Mhm.
But yeah, like if you're right, if I'm playing alone, not on stream, yeah, I'm just a potty mouth. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's
I've
not at
suddenly become
anybody.
like,
It's just like just in
right,
general. Like you just blurt it out. You're like, God damn it.
yeah. I catch myself saying things and like, uh, we're kind of pretty open-minded in my house, and we say I let the kids pretty much. My kids are older.
Yeah,
They're pretty much adults at this point. My son is an adult. My daughter will be in 3 months. So you can pretty much say what you want in my house as long as I mean, it's not full of hate, right?
of course.
If
Yeah.
if you're frustrated, yeah, the hate's the only thing that's not allowed. So I caught myself like speaking with like a funny like East Coast accent, like, like halfway through a stream when I'm like, I'm deleting this stream. Like, I don't know what I think I'm doing there. Like, how's this gonna come off? Like some middle-aged woman just talking shit to a bunch of like kids.
No, right?
I don't think this is gonna go over well.
Oh, I get it though. Like you said, you're in your groove, right? You're just having a good time.
I know. I'm like saying things like "Go fuck your mother." Probably shouldn't be saying that. Not on stream anyway.
Oh God, I totally. I guess like, in a
I
way,
have my glorious moments.
that's why like
What'd you say?
I love the Meatwad because he just kind of just goes with it, right? Like him and his crew or
Mhm.
whatever. Like I
Oh
said before, right?
no.
It's literally like you're in the basement, just like gaming and just
Absolutely.
saying whatever you feel.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, kudos to him. I like that he keeps it no
I know.
filter. It works for him. Like he does a really good job of handling it. But yeah, it's
Absolutely.
just funny. It's like that banter, like you're talking about. That's just so good to hear.
I've heard him say a few things and I'm just like,
I know, right?
you gotta go, yeah. Like you agree with him. Like,
Oh, it's
I
so
don't
good.
know. It's fun.
There's definitely
I guess
some.
that's all part of it.
It
I
is,
guess
yeah.
so.
Like that's his stream theme, right? Like that's what he goes with. Yeah. There's definitely been
Yeah.
some jaw drop moments. I was like, holy.
But it's so much fun. It makes it, to me, it makes it so much
It's
fun.
funny. Oh yeah,
I
no,
always,
definitely.
I always enjoy his streams, especially knowing it's funny how he plays with, he does play with a couple family members. I know at least one family member that he plays with. And I think they're banter because they are family. You know, you're kind of in sync with people that you're close with in your family.
Yep.
So it's, I don't know. I always got tickled at listening to the two of them carry on too. Reminds me of me and my sister or something. She's a big Tomb Raider fan, my sister. Oh, she played through, I think she's played every single Tomb Raider. If I remember right, I don't think she's missed one.
Was that the one that I met with you there on Fortnite, or?
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She she really never stopped gaming. She doesn't, when she has time to game, she always has gamed. They played Halo when it first rolled. They would use a connector cable, and their friends would come over and bring their Xboxes and sit them on a table and connect them together and play in their kitchen slash dining room.
That's so much fun to do. I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I couldn't really do anything at the time. I just financially I couldn't do anything like that. But yeah, they've played for years like that. Her and her husband.
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta read. So I noticed that you all were playing games while talking on the stream, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm sitting up here and I'm like, man, I'm not doing shit. You're doing fucking nothing. So I hop on Neon Abyss because I'm like, okay, I can play this and talk whatever. Cool. I can have fun while talking.
Yep.
But I just got a pickup and it says ordinary gloves, 100 push-ups, 100 setups, 10k, 10 kilometer or whatever fuck it says every day. Your melee damage has skyrocketed. And I look at my character and I'm bald.
You're bald? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I got One Punch Man vibes going on right now.
That's too funny.
That is one of
So
my
does
favorites.
that mean if I hit the wall, will it break? That'd be cool.
That's one of my
Oh
favorite
my!
animes. Absolutely. I
Every time I
freaking love
get kill, I get coins.
it. How many eggs do you have with you?
3.
3? Is that what you said? Okay.
I've already lost 5.
Mindful, have you played Neon Abyss at all?
Yeah, I did an hour of it. I think it was 2 weeks ago now. Just
Oh,
before
okay.
the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. So
What did you think? Did you like it?
yeah. I mean, I've been getting more and more into those, like those roguelike games.
Mhm.
Yeah, and like it was pretty good. I'm surprised. Like
It,
at first, I
They're
didn't
fun,
think.
aren't they?
Yeah, at first I didn't think I'd like them, right? Because like, oh, you died, you restart. Like, what the hell is this shit? Are we back to regular Nintendo? But then like, what was the first time I tried Bloodstained Ritual of the Night? And again, funny enough, it had an RPG mechanic, and that's what got me into it. That's what I
yeah.
was like, okay, I can level up, I can get better at this. I
Mhm.
get it, right? And then I slowly realized that they all have something similar to that, right? And I was like, okay, I get the hype now.
It's just the control reminded me of our Atari when I was growing up. I'm so old. I remember having the one stick joystick, the very first Atari that rolled. And I was like, oh my God, this just takes me back. This just takes me back so much. This is how everything worked, when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
That's weird. They
Ooh,
had
that's gross. Gross. First gross thing I've seen in the game.
it's weird to think about now that they went from like that joystick idea, right? And then what is it?
Mhm.
Original Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and Super Nintendo. All of them opt for just the
Mhm.
D-pad, right? They lost that joystick.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. Oh my gosh. I remember that the Sega Genesis when we got that. Well, my friend brought over on Nintendo and we played it on NES and we played with that for a while. But I remember when the Genesis rolled and I got it for my son. It was such an adjustment for me. It was like, what? Oh God, I can do this.
It's so
And then
fun.
of course, like I liked it. Yeah.
No, it's so funny you say that because like every once in a while I'll catch myself. I'll be playing a game, right? And usually you can use the joystick or whatever, right? But then they give you the
Mhm.
option to use the D-pad, and like I lie to myself, and I'm like, you know what? You were raised on the D-pad. This will be much easier. And it's not. It's not. It's not even
Mm-mm.
close to the joystick.
No, the combo's nice. I'm not gonna lie because oh God, I'm so old. Um, so when you worked on a
Weird.
game, well, when you worked on a game and you could only use a joystick and a button, like you just had the red button, a big fat red button.
Yep.
When I would turn Space, I remember this when I was 8 or 9 years old. I would turn Space Invaders over. You literally couldn't feel your hand or your wrist after.
Oh.
Like you literally couldn't. Like you were done. You were cooked. You had to take a break from it after you turn it over. You would have to get up and take a break because you've been using that motion the whole time. So it was nice. The combo, very, very smart, probably healthier for all of us. I would guess.
That's so true.
That's my
The minute you mentioned that, like all I could think about was the days on the N64 controller with Mario Party and the huge
yes.
blister. Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, same thing. Absolutely.
Should I buy the samurai mask?
What's it do? What's its purpose?
I don't know if you were around for that point, Fundead. Like I know I know you know the N64 era, but when Mario Party first came out and that was such a big deal happening, Nintendo was
Mm.
actually giving away free gloves for people that had that happen to them, to avoid it. Like just
I remember. Yeah.
yeah, it's just funny to think about. Like it was such a huge, like actual, like worldwide problem that they had to offer free
Yeah.
gloves to fix the issue.
I actually forgot about it. Who was it that got us in a Mario Party? That might have been my sister. Somebody got us in a Mario Party. And yeah, I remember it might have been our neighbor. We played it with somebody. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
I just, those little things, I guess because everything progressed so quickly, it seemed like all of a sudden everything shifted into some fifth gear. Do you know what I mean with gaming? And the next thing you knew, I mean, it just seemed like there was a Sega Genesis, then there was a Nintendo 64, then there was this, then there was that. And it just, I think the PlayStation 1, when the one took off, it just became some kind of race for these companies. And the technology just kept growing so quickly. You kind of forget those little things along, those little bumps in the road along the way, right?
yeah, no, I agree with you.
Yeah, those companies were breakneck speed. Like, who's going to win? I don't know what they were trying to win. There's not a finish line here.
Well, even like what was it, the arcade what do you call it, management or whatever, right? Like that was
Hey,
just
welcome.
Mm.
hey, you figured out Sleepy, welcome.
Okay, I was like, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, no, you're coming through fine.
Okay.
But yeah, like with them, like like it was just like that hustle to get as many quarters as possible right out of kids.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and just the ridiculous games that they would put in there, right? That you had no chance of winning, obviously, but
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, I feel you. It was such a weird time, and even like you're talking about Atari too, right? Like how many games they made that were just so broken, but the idea was just pump it out as fast as you can. Like
Hmm.
this is the new thing.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I remember when they put, oh shoot, what's it called? Air hockey. They put yeah, that's also how old I am. They put air hockey in with the what we call the boys area, the
Yeah,
pool tables and stuff. And the boys would just dare you to play it with them so that they could try to crack your knuckles with the puck.
yeah. Oh, you're right. I remember that.
Do that all the time.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you.
To myself.
I know, eh? What a bunch of
Yeah.
violent
I
individuals.
catch myself whacking it, and then it just comes back and whack.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker.
Hmm. I remember. Yeah, I can
You
remember.
just sit there blowing on your knuckles because it hurts like a bitch.
But once that puck goes in, you're just pumping quarters into it.
Yep.
Everything was like it was just a moneymaker. Yeah, that's true.
But we all thought we were getting ahead, damn it.
I know. Come out with bloody knuckles.
Sleepy, you haven't been on before, so if you don't mind, you got a few things you want to share about yourself for those who might not know you?
I don't know where to start.
Just put you on the
Where you guys want
spotlight.
me to start?
Well, hey, you're a
Um,
streamer. That's a great place to start.
Yeah, I stream. Been a streamer for what, a month, maybe almost 2 months now.
Woo.
Um, Besides from streaming, I just like everyone else, I have a 9 to 6 job as well. I'm a barber, and I'm a college student as well. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, you guys are free to ask. I apologize. My dog is in the background. I apologize.
No worries. How about game wise? I don't know if many people here know some of the games that you play. I know Genshin Impact is one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, Genshin is one of them. Like I wouldn't play Genshin on stream, but I'm still working out with the OBS and stuff like that to like make it clearly without actually showing my screen, which is a whole learning process for me right now.
Oh, totally.
I play Valorant. As you guys, if you guys watch my stream, I play. You know, the complete other chaos when I play with my friends on there. Also, I want to kind of start playing like Dead by Daylight.
Mm.
I just haven't got on my PC yet. And I don't know. I guess old school, like off stream, I'll be playing like Pokemon and stuff like that. And once in a while at work, I'll be playing like Among Us. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still learning. I'm still a noob at this.
Oh, same. I feel ya.
But yeah, I want to branch out, but I only have a PC right now, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have any other consoles, do you?
Oh, I don't. I have a Switch, which I gonna learn in the future how to do it, like how to like hook up the Switch to. Sorry, I'm on my MacBook as well, so the text I would get you guys will hear.
No worries.
This is also like my school laptop as well. And anyways, yeah, I want to branch out, but I'm still learning the perks of streaming before I branch out. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
You know, don't do what I do and just jump right in.
I kind of what happened with me. I just kind of just got thrown in to streaming. If you guys know the Juggernaut, he pressured me
Yeah.
into streaming. Okay, but it's really fun. I really love everyone's communities. It's fun. Yeah, I love being in this community and just exploring and meeting new people through this way. But yeah, you guys have any questions? I'm an open book, so.
So yeah, we were just kind of going around the table there and talking. I don't know if you had any on the top of your head that you could think of. We were just listing off some games that we thought, if they changed a little bit of this, a little bit of that, right, it might turn out to be more successful. Or in the case of Destiny 2, it sounds like Destiny 3 just needs to be completely changed. But it'll be better.
There's no saving
I've
it.
seen playthroughs of it, so yeah. I haven't played it myself, but I've seen like playthroughs from other people playing it. The one game I actually really want to play is Persona, all the Persona games.
Ooh, okay.
So, but I don't know. I'm more of fantasy, more type than anything, if that makes sense.
No, totally. But I mean, I guess some of some of the games you listed there. Is there anything in those games that maybe you'd want to change, like in Valorant or Genshin? Is there something that maybe you don't like about them that you wish they did differently?
Genshin is perfect the way it is. I don't think it really that changed anything. Besides, okay, there's probably one thing. It's probably the sound effects, like when you run or when you out of stamina or when you jump. It sounds not appropriate.
Okay.
I don't know how else to put it.
Risque.
Because I would go out with a friend of mine because he's a higher adventure rank than I am, and it's just like he plays on his TV, and then he's like, I don't want my roommates thinking, it's something else. So I was like, yeah, that's the one thing I would probably change about Genshin. For Valorant, it's more of the community.
Yeah, okay.
Because a lot of Valorant players come from League, League of Legends, and then that game's already very toxic. So they
Mhm.
moved over to Valorant, and Valorant will be toxic out as well. Literally, though, when I do stream, I didn't have any so far yet. Any real toxic players while streaming.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. So besides my friends being toxic to each other, but besides that, it's all fun and games. But when once I like solo queue, it's there's some people off stream when I'm off stream. There's some people who are toxic. I'm over here to like, oh, I should stream this. This is absolutely funny. But there's some people who just take it too far. I'm like, yeah, I.
Mm.
Yes, it kind of touches on Mom's point she was making earlier too. You know, there's a level, right? You can kind of push
Mhm.
towards. It's when you go past that level, right? That yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had someone who used an old slang. If you guys know, you guys know.
Mhm.
And it's just like, and I was streaming, and I'm like, oh, I can't. I had to mute them. I'm like, I can't. I was like, oof. But thankfully, it's not. Besides from that incident, it's pretty chill so far. So far.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad it's been like a really positive experience for you. It's interesting, like you're bringing up, right, like different communities and stuff that have been labeled with toxic, and then like I said earlier, Mom and Funded, you were talking about Destiny too. I haven't played enough of it yet, so I can't really say for sure, but I feel like Fortnite's community is kind of okay. Like I've never really heard guys say anything bad about them as far as matchmaking goes and all that. It's just weird that
See more of the kids who are playing
yeah.
who plays. Besides that point, but like Fortnite's not too bad, I guess.
Like I mean, well, you think about it, like that's a huge game. Like you're comparing it to Destiny 2, or you're comparing it to Valorant, right? Like it's obviously surpassed that right level of player base.
Yeah.
So it's not like the bigger the game, the more toxic the community. I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's. I wonder what causes that. Like what makes that occur in certain games
Gatekeeping.
and not in others.
Well, they
Gatekeeping.
Well, they
Gatekeeping.
used to. Yeah, I can say too. Early on, when we played Fortnite, my sister and I, they used to have open call, like open mic, kind of what they have in Call of Duty, and they shut that down pretty quickly. We both had to defend some, we call them littles, some very, very little, like children that were playing. You know, if you dropped into randoms, like you could randomly be, put into a match with children, and they had open mic for a minute, and like I said, pretty quickly that got shut down. You can still, it's an option to open that mic, but it's an option now. It used to just automatically go on.
Yeah.
And yeah, we both on a couple of occasions we had both had to kind of step in and remind the people that were bashing these children, hey, you do realize these are kids, right? And as soon as they kind of hear that mom voice come across, they're like, oh shit. Like, yeah, honey, we're talking to you. We're not talking to anybody else. It worked most of the time. I don't think we ever really ran into anybody that didn't agree, like, hey, tone it down. You're talking to a little kid here. You need to calm your chest. On top of the fact that it's a cartoonish child, it's a kid's game. Everybody needs to calm down. Like,
Yeah, very true. Very true.
yeah. I think keeping those off has changed. It changed it anyway pretty quickly for us. And we were both relieved because we felt like gatekeepers. We felt like kind of like we were watching out for these little kids. And each week, we would have a different story for one another, like, "Oh, what did you hear this week?" And I'm like, "Well, I asked the little boy I was playing with, so how old are you?" And he's like, "I'm 4." And I'm like, "Well, here we go."
Like it's kind of like that moment when when you're playing someone who's like way younger, like for little kids, and it's like you hear other people back, and
Yeah.
you just I must protect this innocent child.
Yes, absolutely. You're like, "Don't hurt the
I
baby.
get
Come
violently
on."
repetitive.
I had those like I had that few moments with Valorant as well. I'll end up queuing with a 12-year-old, and they're like, "Hi guys, how's your day?"
Oh,
It was innocent, and then someone like,
yes.
"Yo, shut up, kid." I'm like, "Yo."
It's a
And
kid. It's a child. Like, calm down.
I'm like, chill, like we get you have a bad day, but don't take it on us. Like
Right. This is
and
where
they're
you're
like,
supposed to let that go.
yeah, and they're like, who are you to talk? I'm like, and they're like the whole game, he's like, you suck, you suck, you suck. I'm like, you're bottom frag. You're on the
Yeah.
bottom of the store, but like you should not be talking. Like
Oh,
chill.
mm-hmm.
And it's
Yeah.
just like and it's just the little kid will like add me and they're like and I'll play with them and I'll play a game or two. And then
Mm-hmm.
they're like, thank you for staying up for me. I'm like, oh, you innocent being.
I know. It's precious. It's like they don't know what they've gotten themselves into. And you just want to say, "Oh, honey, I don't think you're ready for this."
Yeah. Like
Shut
I
your mic
told
off.
yeah, I told the little kid like I have to go. It's fun playing with you. He's like, yeah. And he was like, you're so nice. But usually everyone ignores me. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, I'll play Valorant. I'll play Valorant with you anytime. Let me know.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, these kids are so innocent. I'm like, I was like, just wait until you get older. Just
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
be an adult teen.
I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I completely forget that kids can just hop onto a game too and play. And then like when it happens, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's right. You guys are in the gaming universe as well.
Yeah. I remember.
I get really,
Go ahead.
I get violently repetitive over a little kid. One time, because there was a few older gentlemen that were bashing the kid harshly, and I'm like, you know what? You two can either get off the game
Mm.
or you can go fuck yourself. One way or another, it's gonna be funny.
It seems, and is it Sleepy? She's right. So it always seems, or that, and I hope I didn't say that wrong, that it's the person at the bottom of the leaderboard, right? Am I wrong?
Oh, totally.
Every
Yeah.
time, every single time.
Like, oh my God, here I go, take your balls home with you. Like, nobody wants to hear your shit. Like, I don't understand this. We're all here to blow off steam and have fun. Like, why are you ruining it for everybody?
Yeah.
I've noticed some people get on there just to blow steam off on those kind of people that aren't that good at the game and everything.
Yeah,
I've noticed
I
that.
don't understand that. I don't think I ever will understand it.
I don't understand it either. It's just like when I play games, right? After like an 8.5 hour day, you just want to go home and you're just like, okay, I just want to de-stress. I want to relax. And right when you hop on, it's always that one person.
Yes.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, dude, I don't know how long you've been playing, but you chill. You need to relax. I'm in this vibe right now.
Yeah, calm down. I'm always like, calm down.
Yeah. Like,
I know you guys are
I don't
talking
know.
about like the voice chats, like being able to turn them off and all that. And like
Mhm.
again, right, like so I was saying, like I don't really see this much like toxicity in like Fortnite and stuff like that. But in Dead by Daylight, let me tell you, when someone's upset with
Oh,
you, they can't talk or anything like that, right? But you'll wait till the end of the match and all of a sudden Xbox messages start popping up. And I was like, oh shit. Like when they're mad, they'll take the time to type out. And like, you're typed a message on Xbox message like board. Like it takes a while to type things out. And you get like paragraphs like, wow, you really took the time for this.
Dude, some people just have too much time on their hands.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
I was actually, whenever I was playing Dying Light, the first game, whenever I first started, someone was actually bashing me. I was like, you know what? Go ahead, hop on. Hop on. I'm gonna have my fun, and you're gonna learn your lesson. Be humble.
Yeah.
Because in most games I've noticed like that, you have to accept the people that come into your game.
Mm.
Like you have to accept the request of joining. People can't just hop right on and go, "Oh yeah, I can help you do this and this and this." And I got lucky, and one time I actually got pushed into a kid's game, and he's like, "I'm stuck in this one spot." I'm like, "Don't worry, I've been playing the game for 7 years. I got you." And the kid's mind just fucking blew up, and that instantly gave me like relief from a really shitty day. I'm like, "Yes, there we go."
Mm.
So true.
There's something like altruism. It's almost like an altruistic feeling. Yeah.
And so there's been a few
Yeah, it's kind
moments
of like
like
whenever like we all get on like Destiny and everything. The first time, whenever we were all trying to figure it out and all try to get everything together, when we all actually got together and played the game and actually came up with a plan to take down, Lord Vader, it felt really good
Yeah.
whenever it worked. All right,
Yeah.
yeah,
The
100%.
meatwad. It's so overpowered.
he's such a tank, bro. Such a
Mhm.
tank.
Yeah, he is.
Gotta
Yes,
love him though,
I say
Yeah.
and he's not a bad sport about it either.
Mhm.
as I say, like our old game there, Dead Island Fundead. I had that same similar experience where
Oh
someone
my
just,
god.
someone literally just hopped in. They dropped this gun, didn't know what it was, right? They hopped out. I pick it up, I'm like, wow, this is like freaking amazing. Like it's just like the best. I literally used it from start to end.
Dude, yeah,
Like it's so good.
I actually have a story about that. So during like my second year, where the DLC started to come out for Dying Light, a homie dropped himself into my game because that was around the time whenever it wasn't like a request thing; it was just a pop in and go. This dude dropped 3 different weapons for me, and all 3 of those weapons I can now make.
Nice.
And throughout the whole game, I'm like, I'm so glad this dude dropped this here. I was having such a hard time getting through this mission.
Mhm.
I was gonna ask you guys when you were mentioning about like ages and all that, and like kids playing with you. So one like Mom, you were saying that really helped out is taking off that like public chat, so to speak, right, where anyone could just talk
Mhm.
to you. Do you feel like age restrictions on like lobbies or servers or whatever would also help? Like, I mean, you guys sound like you don't mind, when a kid pops on and plays with you. Obviously, some people get irritated, and stuff like that. So if you think if they tried to split that somehow, would that make things better? Would make things worse?
Yeah, I don't know because
I mean, the only thing that would help, in my opinion, would be is if parents wanted to restrict on if the kid wants to play with older people. Because I know that there are some parents out there that are like really scared to let their small children play with older people, and that is for a really good reason.
Oh,
Because there's a lot of creeps out there.
yeah.
Guys,
100.
And that I think that would be a really big help for that situation. But other than that, I wouldn't be bothered by that. I just still keep that shit open.
It's
Well,
funny
it
you
really
say
depends
that.
on. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was gonna say it's funny you say that, Funday, because that's literally how my mom was. The first time I had to explain to her what a clan was, she was like convinced I joined the wrong thing. I was like, it's not that, Mom. It's definitely
Oh.
it's not that. Well, you don't know. They're just strangers online. I was like, yeah, but it's not.
Yeah.
The first time I actually wanted to play an online game, my mom was like, "Nope, no, you're not doing it." I did it in secret, and I had fun.
I remember. Well, it's like my thing is like if parents actually would even monitor their kids. I don't think I'm not being judgy. It's just factual information at this point. I don't think a lot of parents are monitoring their kids online. I mean, YouTube is a great example of that. There's so many channels out there that we all know have been banned, taken down because years into their channel, finally some parent goes, "Wait a minute, what are you watching?" And it gets reported. But it's years into the channel the channel's existence. So it really depends on whether or not parents would even want to monitor what their kids are doing. I'm not saying all parents by any means. I just know how people are. It's just a people thing. Um, you could put age restrictions on it, but if the account is linked to mom or dad's account, it's not going to matter, right?
That's true. Like I was just thinking, like when you mentioned that, like my mom, like I guess because of like her generation, right? She didn't really view YouTube that way. So you're right. Like I don't think
Mhm.
she really monitored a lot of that stuff that was going on. And same with games too.
Mhm.
Like I could get a, hey mama, you have to be 18 to buy this game. Oh sure. What's how bad could it be? Like but
Yeah,
then like
yeah,
TV
yeah,
shows, right, and stuff like that. Like she knew, like, no, this is the bad channel. You're not watching this stuff, right? And same with
yeah, yeah.
movies. I guess like how for you, mom, like as a parent, like did you ever draw the line when it came to certain video games or shows like that? Like
At a certain, yeah, at a certain age, um, I didn't allow FPS into the house until he was, oh my gosh, 10. We
okay.
had to have a conversation about it. I wanted him to understand, like, this is not real. None of this is real. And of course, he's 10 years old. So he's like, yeah, duh, mom. I'm like, no, let me do my thing. Just let me do my thing so I can say I did my thing. And so, and I was joking with my kids, like, don't make me parent today. Come on, let's just keep having fun here. Don't make me parent today. And they know if I say that, they've crossed the line. Like, oh God, she's gonna really do the thing, because I'm pretty laid back. But yeah, the first person shooter stuff was not allowed in the house until he was 10. He did puzzle games, Zelda, um, Mario, platforming games, things like that up until that point. Um, Sonic. He did some Marvel games, but like I said, it was like no, like 007 wasn't allowed in the house, and his friend snuck it into the house, and everybody got in trouble on that one. Um, it was 007 for the 64. We had to have a conversation with his mother about that too. I was like, this is what's not going to happen in my house. He's 7. Let's let him be 7. So that was that, and just certain movies, right? You
Yeah.
just know, like, this is not appropriate for kids to see. Like, let's let them be kids for a minute longer anyway. Um, Trying to think. I did come home to my kids have 11 years different, like, between them. So when I asked my son to babysit my daughter one time, I came home to her, I think she was 6 years old or 7 years old, with a controller in her hand. And I forget what game she was running through, but I was like, what the hell is going on? And he goes, what? She's really good at it, mom. Look. And I'm like, stop. And I'm not like I'm laughing while I'm saying this. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? And he's like, no, mom, I swear. She just said, hey, can I try for a minute? And I said, sure. And she just started running through the game. So I can't stop her. She's good at it. And I'm like, oh my God.
Just
So
the
that's
lamest
kind of,
excuse.
oh my God. That's kind of where we are. I can't think aside from movies.
Not
There were some movies that just didn't happen. We're not going to do some rated R movie with under a certain age. Um, I'm Gen X, so I came from the most unmonitored generation on Earth. Apparently, I didn't realize we were just let to run. Like they just opened the gate and said, "Go for it,
yeah.
try it." And I didn't even realize it until I started seeing TikToks on it recently, and I was like, God, that's true. We literally could do anything we wanted, and nobody would know the difference. Um, and I don't helicopter my kids probably because of that. Now I'm definitely more active in my kids' life than my parents were, and I don't judge them for that. It's just what it was. It is what it is, and it was what it was. Um, but yeah, we were told don't come back until the street lights come on.
Yeah. I was just gonna make that
That's
comment. I was
real.
like, yeah, it's crazy. I think
Yeah.
we did, right? Like,
That's
Yeah.
what the same case with me as well, because I forgot what gen I am, Gen Z. I
Mhm.
completely forgot about all the gens, right? So I would walk to my friend's house, but my mom's like, have your brother walk you. I was like, they're 12, around there, 11 or 12, and my friend lived in that neighborhood over. And I was like, oh, I'll walk by myself. It's fine, it's okay. And she's like, no, have your brother walk you. And my mom, I thought I was so like grown up. I'm like, Mom, I'm 12 years old. What are you talking about? She was like, girl, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, Mom, I am a grown woman.
Oh no.
And she's like, either your brother wants you, and then he picks you up when the street light comes on, or you're staying at home. I'm like, bye.
Yeah.
It's just I think I laugh about it now thinking back because my mom wasn't strict as much as she was with my two older siblings who are 8 years and 7 years apart from me. But it's just funny. She tells me all the stories about it all the time. Like, I'm not a mom myself, but I do have a godson, and she's like, I monitor like because they live in Texas now. My best friend lives in Texas. But when they come over and he's on the phone, he's watching movies, I'm like, I peep over like, what are you like your son? Like a helicopter auntie. There you go. And it's just funny. It's I don't know. You saying what that street lights coming on that kind of remind me of that story.
That was the rule. Yeah, that was the rule.
I used to remember having house phones.
Oh
yeah.
You pick up the other house phone, you need to hear the other conversation. I did that with my brother all the time. Because he would talk to girls on the phone. I'm like, what are they talking about? And so I had two brothers and a sister. My second brother is 3 years older than me. So I'm just curious, and every time he would talk to a girl, I'm that nosy little sister, but like, who are you talking to? Is it girl number one? Is it girl number two? He would like leave, like you ruined my whole moment right now. I'm like, oh, so it's girl number 6? And they're like, what? Like, he tells me that story all the time. I'm like, dude, I was the ultimate blocker for you. It was so funny. He's like, you're annoying. I'm like, that's what a little sister for, right? Oh yeah, I just thought it was funny.
It is ridiculous. Eh? You think back to like some of the things you did, and like now, like you would never do it. Like I remember there was one time we just started walking through this entire, I guess, community that we were in, and we literally just knocked on each other's doors. And like there was, I think by the time we were done, it started off with just me and my best friend. And we're like, let's just go to everyone's house, knock on their doors, and just tell them to come walk with us. And like it's just so stupid, right? Like you wouldn't do that nowadays. But there was like at least 20 of us walking down the street by the end, and we're like, okay, what do we do? We're like, I don't know. That was kind of the whole idea of this event. Just dumb crap, I mean, I don't know, I was with the wrong kind of people. So like we would steal stop signs and shit like that. Like, just dumb crap. Like,
We call that
I don't know.
lawn shopping.
yeah, there you go. Hey, Steve.
Hey,
Hey, hello.
hello.
I would just randomly leave my house and just go to a park, and my mom's like, "What the hell are you at?" I'm just like, "I'm at the park." She said, "By yourself?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Get your butt back home right now." I was like, "But why?"
Okay, sorry, we just have a little technical problem. Okay. Sorry, guys. Mine just.
Everybody, right? Which is very uncommon.
Okay, there we go.
For like my area where I was, because it was like out in the middle of nowhere, like, a bunch of farmland, stuff like that. Usually you would see kids my age be out on the farm and like doing just random farm things, feeding the cows and stuff like that. Well, instead of that, I was like, hey mom, I'm gonna go to the mall with my friends and we're gonna make fun of some products that we see. Is that alright? And she'd be like, "That sounds absolutely atrocious and so boring, but if it tickles your fancy, go for it." And then whenever I got older, that's whenever she got more strict. So it was flipped. And whenever I got older, I'd go to the mall and she'd be like, "So, what are you gonna do? Gonna make fun of more products? Or are you like gonna buy stuff? Like, what are you gonna do? They can't buy this, this, and this. I don't want you drinking energy drinks. I don't want you drinking Gatorade and stuff like that. They have one kid." I had to tell her, I'm like, "Dude, chill out. I know what I need to do. I know what's wrong, and I know how to take care of myself. I've had to do it for so long now. Trust me, I know what to do. It's okay." Sometimes it's just that little push that parents need, that to make them understand and make them know that I did my job right. I can trust them to be safe.
See, I didn't have that opportunity until like I hit 18, right? That's when
Oh, I forced my opportunity.
Yeah. So it's
I was
just
like, nah, this is gonna happen now.
yeah, no, my mom was more she was more strict on me, not because I was a girl, but I'm also the youngest in my family. So it's just like simple, like, the first time I went hang out with, waking up at 3 a.m. to go hiking with my friend and my boyfriend, his friends. So we had to drive to like few hours. So when they invited me, I like kind of like went up to my mom like all scared because I didn't know what she's gonna say, and I was like, my boyfriend and his friends are going hiking on this day. Then wake up on this time. Can I go? And then she looked at me like, "Are you crazy?" I'm just like, "Can I?" I was 18. I'm like, or I was like 17 or 18 around there. And then like, "Can I go?" And she's like, "Are you crazy?" I was like, "So no." And then she's like, Is your boyfriend going?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's his friends." And she's like, "Okay." I'm like, "You trust him more than me?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." And then now that I'm older, I still let my mom know, where I'm at, who I'm with. Now, it's a routine, right? I drive now, so I drive whatever, to places that I need to go. But I still let her know, like, "Hey, I'm here with this person," or "I'm here and I'm waiting," stuff like that, just for her not to worry, because she worries. And I understand, being a mom, you would always worry about your child. I'm pretty sure mom could agree with me as well. You're always going to worry about your child, no matter how old they get.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah, my mother calls me every single day. "Hey, how was your day? How are you doing?" "Mom, same thing, different day."
Hey, I call my oldest son probably once a week.
Yeah, my mother calls me every single day.
I mean, I would call him every day, but he wouldn't answer every day. He'd be like, "Mom, back off."
My
We
mom,
Snapchat every day. I'm like, we Snapchat every day, so like, that's.
I want to do that, but at the same time, I know how my mom is, and I don't want to break her. Not fully.
I see my mom every day. Like, she's actually coming back from Hawaii right now. My sister just went to pick her up. But when she was there, she would FaceTime me like 4 times a day. Like, "Hey, are you asleep yet?" Because we have a dog, right? His name is Tofu. He's a little Pomeranian.
Oh, that's so cute.
So instead of my mom FaceTiming me and be like, "How's your day? How was work?" Because we work together. Because my mom owns a barbershop, so we work together. And instead of like saying, "Hey, I miss you. How's your day? How's your shop?" If she knows I'm home, she's not FaceTime me. The first thing she says, "Where's my boy? Where's my Tofu?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Mom, what about me?" She's like, "You is whatever. Where's my boy?" I was like, "Mom, like, no, my mom's my best friend. Like, when I have no one to talk to, I actually FaceTime her, and she gets annoyed." She's like, "Why are you calling me?" I'm like, "Because I have no one else to talk to." She's like, "Don't you have friends?" I'm like, and I'm like, "I don't want to talk to them. I want to talk to my mom." But now she FaceTimes my oldest brother like at least 4 times a day because I have 2 nieces who are 2 and 8 months, and they live in LA, so she bothers my brother.
I like those kind of relationships. So like I'm the same with my mom. Like we're pretty close. Like I said, growing up, like my best friend as well. So like I totally get that. I respect those kind of relationships. It's good to have like that
My
kind of close family tie.
Yeah, my mom and I recently got closer when I was a teenager and a kid, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're such a pain in the ass." And now that we're older, I tell her everything, and then now I tell her what I used to do as a kid, because I can't get in trouble for it now that I'm older. And she's like, "Yeah, I already know about that. Yeah, I already knew about that too." I'm like, "You knew, but you didn't talk to me about it?" She was like, "No, I just let you learn on your own." I was like, "Okay."
That kind of goes back to
Yeah.
we were talking about video games and the restrictions like we might put on them. Do you remember Turok when Turok rolled on Nintendo 64
Yes.
and the blood, you could turn the blood off and on
Yeah.
because blood was a big deal back then?
Oh my gosh.
My son was told me when he got older, Mom, when you would leave the room, I would sneak and turn the blood back on.
He needed the full epic gameplay.
So whenever I was younger, mother would never let me play Call of Duty ever. Well, she would let me play Grand Theft Auto.
That's so weird.
Oh wow!
I was like,
Oh my God.
Mom, this one is worse than this one. At least this one, you're army person. This one, you're just a gangster. Like, come on, pick and choose. Which one would you rather be do? Or even she would even let me play Saints Row.
That's
my God.
hilarious.
I was so one day decided to be a smartass. Horrible idea. Absolutely horrible idea. I'm like, hey mom, come look at the bat I just got. It's the giant dildo that you can walk around and hit somebody in the face with,
God.
She's like, what the fuck is that? I'm like,
Oh my God.
I don't know what it is.
Let me
But
play
look at it.
dumb so I can still have
I
it.
just fucking whack someone with it, and then they get launched, and my mother laughs and walks out the room. I'm like, yes. Later that night while we're eating dinner, you're not allowed to play that game anymore. I'm sorry. That was funny, but no. Like, damn it. So close.
But was it worth it?
Oh, it was so worth it.
See, there you
So
go.
worth it. Oh my god.
I don't know.
So much enjoyment came from that. It came from just showing her what that was, and she was just, what the fuck?
I don't know if you guys played this game or not, but so growing up, I only have one PC. It was in the living room, so everyone who walked by, they could see. So one big thing that my brothers and I would play is Maple Story.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's just my mom. I was playing Maple Story, and then my mom will walk behind me like, "Why are you so small?" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "I don't understand. Why are you attacking that mushroom? Why are you doing this?" My mom, she's like, "Why does that
Because I
mushroom have a
can.
face on it?" I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. And my brother's just like, "It's just a game, fine." And it's just like, I don't know. I really miss playing Maple Story. I really miss the like OG like games.
Yeah.
It's not the same anymore.
Oh, so good. Like before Maple
I made
Story
that
had
same
RuneScape.
mistake.
That was also another banger of a time.
Mindful, did you know that you can get RuneScape on your phone?
You sure can. I have not tried it though.
Yeah, buddy. I tried it once and the controls are awful. They're atrocious. I'm like, oh, I hate this, but I want it.
I just want that nostalgia.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, I just want it.
Sorry, Zichik, not to put you on the spotlight, but you didn't get your chance yet. Because the first time everyone got to like hear you, because usually Fall Guys they can't. Why don't you take a little chance to talk about yourself or your streaming or whatever you're comfortable sharing, and yeah.
I live in Michigan. We get lots of snow. I love games. Family, food. What else? I have 6
Food.
kids.
Spicy food.
Spicy food, definitely spicy food. I mean, the spicier the better.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I tried to kill somebody with my first batch of enchiladas. That was great.
There's nothing wrong with that. No one's
Yeah.
going to judge you here.
Yeah, I was just kind of winging it. I was in Arizona, and I was like, man, my mom's not here to say I can't ask her, like, my recipe, her recipe. So I just winged it. And then when I called my mom later, I was like, hey, everybody's dying trying to eat these. She's like, well, did you add like chocolate or peanut butter to your sauce? I was like, why would I do that? And she's like, well, it kills, it kills the hot, it cuts the heat a little bit. I was like, yeah, I didn't do that. She's like, well, that's why they're dying. I was like, oh, all right. Hey, mom said just add more sour cream. Like, that's literally what I said to them. I was like, just put lettuce on top. It'll be all right. It was so great. Anyways, yeah, so I work with tiny humans, and I homeschool my son, who is 11. All our other kids are grown up and married and doing their thing. I work with all types of kids, special needs, and yeah, I'm busy. And then I still need my game therapy, and I love edibles, and that's me in a nutshell.
That's awesome.
I mean, pretty much. I'm like, pretty much.
Danger. Tried that once. Not a good idea.
I have really, really hard time sleeping. So basically, I'm like an edible, chill, and then sleep. So it's my sleep regimen, I guess.
Yeah, I screwed up and I was eating edibles. I'm like, these edibles ain't shit.
Oh yeah, no. I've lived and learned.
Oh, I learned my lesson from that one.
No.
Yeah, I can't take a full one at all. I take like less than like probably a quarter, and already I'm just like I'm gone, guys.
I mean, I could eat a whole one, maybe 2, but that's pretty much it. I kind of keep it there.
I ate enough to keep me high for one full night and a whole day.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was feeling it. I was feeling it good. I can tell you that much. I did not go to work. I was like, nope, I can't go to work. I can't even fucking look straight. No.
Well, maybe, like, there I go. I'm going to bust his balls a little bit. So maybe we were gaming, and I said, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
He's laughing. And I said, what are you doing? He goes, I have edibles. And I said, oh, all right. And I said, how many do you have? And he had bought 7. Was it 7? It was 7, right?
Yep.
And I said,
I had 3
all right.
left.
Well, by the end of the evening, there were none left.
Oh my gosh, I did that with a nerd throw.
Yeah, because I threw them bitches away.
Oh,
I'm like, oh no, I can already tell this is gonna be a bad idea, and I just threw the rest of them away. But yeah, by the end of it, there was only 3 left, and there were 25 milligrams.
Nice.
I was like, oh,
That's a good time.
oh, fuck. Well, I only weigh 178 pounds now.
Oh yeah, you're
So
in a very happy place.
yeah, I was feeling like Shaggy. I had like all sorts of issues.
Funny thing is, I don't usually I don't get munchies really when I smoke or when I eat edibles.
Only when I smoke is whenever I get like a teensy hint of like munchies. If I'm doing edibles, I don't do shit. Like I veg out. I completely turn into a vegetable and I lay back and I'm just like, pretty colors.
Yeah, I hate when I'm I love streaming, guys. So don't take this wrong, but I hate when I'm streaming and the kicks in hard. And I don't have a fucking clue what I'm doing anymore, in game or in stream.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I gotta go, guys. I think I've ended the stream just randomly, like, all right, later. Like I didn't even I didn't bait anybody. I was just like, fuck, I'm done. Like, I don't what direction am I going in right now? Yeah,
I have had those moments in my streams where it's like I drink too much and I can feel like I'm already feeling the effects. I'm like, ooh, I gotta go. I gotta hit the road.
Like I'm
Ooh,
usually
shit.
really good about like rating out or saying thank you, I appreciate you, you know, all that stuff. But I think it was just like a few nights ago. I was just like, yeah, so bye.
Yep. Yep. That's how it is. Because you completely
more.
forget like all your lines and shit. And you're like,
Like,
later.
I'm not even sure if I knew I was home at that moment. Like,
You know, sometimes I don't even
What?
know how to end my stream. Sometimes I'm just like, "Oh, okay, stop. I don't want to say anything. I'm just like, I'm just like, stop streaming.
It's so true. Like when I first started, it's I don't know. It feels so awkward. You're not sure, like what to say, what to do at the end. Yeah, that's why I made the Grand Royale. That was my way of like ending a stream. Like, okay, now I'm slowly gonna end it.
I actually, when I first started streaming, I didn't talk at all.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
Okay,
either.
so
Yeah.
I remember watching
So
your old
I-
clips.
I made affiliate without talking ever.
Because I think some of your older ones, it's more you hear Spider talking more than you. I think it's like Skyrim or whatever you were playing.
Oh yeah, that's because he's got a really big fucking mouth and like his voice just like carries over throughout the whole thing. I mean, I love my husband and I love his voice and I think it's sexy and all of him is just delicious. But he would be co-streaming because he was like my tour guide for Skyrim. Because here's another fun fact: Skyrim's the first game I ever played that was like that style. Every other game was like Mario or Tetris or like Gems of War, like Match 3 type of thing. So I never really played anything that involved swords, guns, or anything like that. So he's like, you just turn it on and you play. And I'm like, what do you mean? So I turn it on and play. I was like, so what do I do? He's like, you just go and explore. I was like, explore what? Like, is there a goal? He's like, no, you just go. So then he's like, let me hop in with you. So then, he was just on the headset telling me like, oh, you got to go do this. You got to do that. I'm like, I fell in like a Falmer cave, like my very first playthrough. And I was on like hard mode and I didn't know I was on hard mode. So it was
getting
epic
clapped.
fun. I loved it. And it was actually somebody in chat that was like, hey, what's your setting for what difficulty are you on? And I was like, I don't know. I don't even know how to check that. And they went and helped me, like walked me through it. Yeah, I was on hard mode trying to nothing. So I changed this and then I ended up kicking that cave's ass. It was okay. But yeah, Spider was doing a lot of the talking.
So I'm going to warn you all now. I'm playing my in the background. Don't worry about it. I'm just missing my shots too much.
We were saying earlier, Z
I've already missed two
I don't know
animals.
if you had any shout outs that you wanted to say, but we were talking about certain games and things you'd want to change in them, right, and make them better. So like the games you played, is there anything you can think of that maybe you played recently or that you play often enough that you just like, man, if they just changed this one goddamn thing, it'd be so much better.
Floating city.
I think the most annoying thing for me was when I was playing Gems War, which I love that game. But when you're playing and they can change your troop, like where it goes, the order.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that irritates me. Like, because you're in a groove. You're gonna this guy. You're kicking ass groove, and then you go up against I don't know somebody else who has that troop that like moves you to the middle, and now your whole setup's like that's not gonna fucking work.
Like I kind of feel like a bitter old man.
Yeah.
Because like when I think of gems, like things I hate, it's like there's just too much shit to do in that goddamn game now.
Yeah, no, I was totally a total addict for that game. But now currently addicted to Genshin and apparently Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I just started
you're doing that
tonight, and I was
too?
like, well, because Tommy, he was like teasing me with this competitive thing, and he said you and him were doing this competitive thing, and I was like, what's up? He's like, you want to join us? Like, let's go.
I know, it's so true.
Game on, mindful game.
You guys are gonna get so far. Because I issued that challenge to Tommy,
I've
and then literally 2 days later, I bought Dark Souls, and I was like, okay, this is my life now.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, no, I definitely got.
So I actually played that game.
What were you
Sorry.
saying?
The one. I've actually played the game and I beat it in a day.
Okay, so I was just playing it for like an hour, and I rated Mindful, and I was like, oh, I really want to, join in on this. So it's still up on the PlayStation. I'll probably go back then, but it's really good. It's really good.
It's such a fabulous game. Did you guys know that they're making another one?
You shouldn't say things like that to me right now.
Yes, yes, they're making another one, and it's
I have
fantastic
too many
because
addictions right now.
they're keeping the main character, right? And I think they're adding new things in there, like new moves and stuff. And I'm sitting over here anticipating the game just because I'm like, a game I can beat in 2 days.
I thought it was so cool to use the Force. I was like, I have the Force. Yes.
I know. There's so few fucking games that allow you to use the Force, and it's just like I want to use
Right.
air
Like, stop
push.
teasing me. Just give it to me.
I want to use Force Jump. I want to use Force Choke. I want to like throw my lightsaber and have it come back to me 3
Ooh, I
days
haven't
later.
done any of those things, but I can't wait to.
See, and I just want to go back to like when Star Wars was on the PS1. I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but the Phantom Menace
Remember.
had its own game.
Ooh,
Not,
I've never played any other Star Wars.
oh, it's so good.
I'm a noob.
nightmares, bro. Nightmares.
I adored that game. Oh my god! And again, it was because of the RPG mechanic. Like,
That's
I can't remember. Was it One Republic that also was like? I can't remember.
Knights of the Old Republic.
I
Yeah,
think it was Old Republic.
yeah, Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, they did that too.
Dude, that shit's on Xbox Game Pass, right? Or it was. And I was debating in my head. I'm like, do I want to go into that nostalgia? Do I want to really piss myself off that fucking badly, or do we just want to enjoy life, humble myself, and not fucking touch the game again?
and the answer was
Because
yes.
no, the answer was no. I don't want to. I know my limits, and I know how much everything in here cost.
If you
I'm like, I don't break stuff.
if you played that game, Fundead, then I'm sure you've tried this one too. The other one I would shout out, like if you were gonna play any old Star Wars game, is Pod Racer. It's so good. It's yeah, just it's such a fantastic experience.
Dreamboat, bro.
Yeah,
Fucking Dreamboat.
Oh, like I
Love
couldn't
it.
get past like the last parts. I think you circle back around and
Oh no, never.
yeah,
Ever.
what was it? Oh, I can't remember that level now. But anyway, yeah, like you end up going back to the beginner levels and they're like just ridiculously hard. But just I don't know, it's so much fun. Like blowing things
Yeah.
up, crashing into other people. It was exactly what I needed to experience in a pod racing game. It was really good.
So that game, whenever it was there, I played a game before that because I went back to play. I played Burnout. If you've ever played Burnout, you can fucking crash into other cars. That was the first video game I've seen with like the damage ratio of cars. Like you're actually able to see the scratches, you're able to see the front end like squished in, you're able to see the rear end squished in, the glass and everything just demolished and shit. Tires popped off and everything. And I was like, holy fuck, this is cool. I want more. So I did Pod Racer, and then I'm like, okay. I don't need no more of this. At the very end of it, I'm like, I'm good. I can't fucking get past this shit. Fuck it. This game beat me, whatever.
I was gonna
If you ever want a game like that, Burnout. The
Yeah.
fuck?
yeah, Burnout was really, really good. That was definitely a fantastic series.
Oh,
Um,
Black-tailed deer made me shit myself. Ooh.
I was gonna say Z-Check because Mom and Sleepy had a chance to like kind of talk about it, and I feel like most of you guys are like like all really chill people when you play video games. So it does like shock me, right, that there are like you guys do experience like hate or whatever it is on like gaming. But like, how about you, Z-Check? Like, have you ever had like any toxic communities that you had to deal with or?
No, not yet.
No,
I mean,
nice. Okay.
no, I've had some weird situations in my like Discord DM.
Oh, sorry. I mean,
my
like
Twitter.
more like gaming wise, like like when you hop on Call of Duty or whatever. Like,
Oh, you know what? There was this one time that me and Tommy were playing Friday the 13th, and we normally just party chat and play, but we decided to join like the game chat,
Yeah.
and I was trying to get the keys, and I don't know, I was trying to escape, obviously, but then I saw these guys, they were going for this boat, and so I went to go, like, you know, steal their boat. Like, they had it ready. I'm trying to survive too, bro.
Yeah.
So I go over there to start stealing his boat, and my character is a black person, right? So they just started saying all kinds of toxic shit to me, so I left the
Wow.
chat. I was like, what? I was
Snorting at
so
me.
mad.
Mm,
But I took their boat, so that worked.
there you go.
Still got the victory.
I didn't. No, I didn't. I took
Oh.
their boat, and then Jason pulled me out of the boat and drowned me. So, I mean, I still died, but you know, I got their boat. Fuck them.
Hmm.
At least you had fun dying. See,
I
point.
died with
Whenever you have fun dying.
dignity.
Hmm.
Exactly. Whenever, like, get that moment where you're able to flip the script on, like, the people are picking on you, you know? Like, I had that at work.
Beautiful, right?
I remember whenever I was telling you guys that they were picking on me about my haircut. Yeah, I did that the whole day. I was flipping the script on all day. Because one of them is a Marine, right? I'm like, dude, chill. Chill. We all know that you got released because you didn't want to take the vaccine, but I think there was other reasons with that too. Chill out. It's every time whenever you're able to flip the script on them, and it's just chef's kiss. What the fuck was that?
That's surprising
Swear to God, this
that
is
Friday the
game.
13th had that for such a small player base. Like we were saying earlier, right? I guess it really doesn't matter how big the game is or how small the game is. You still have that experience.
Yeah.
I did have that guy, or well, I shouldn't say that guy, someone in my chat asked me what I was wearing once.
Really? Wow.
Where?
Um,
I'm wearing overalls and a tank top.
well, I was like, well,
What'd you gonna say? It's like, oh. Oh.
Harv was on there with me. He's in another Discord I'm a part of. He's from Australia, very laid back, very funny gamer. And he goes, huh? What? In chat, he goes, huh? And I go, well, I don't know. I'm middle aged, so I'm wearing, and literally, I'm wearing overalls and a t-shirt and Crocs.
What
do you think I'm
Crocs?
Again.
I'm like, what the hell is happening? And the guy goes, can you turn your camera on? And Harv goes, in the chat. And he's just like, I was like, no, you need to go away.
Oh my god. That's when you turn on chat and you have like your pet's butt.
Yeah. Cat butt. Totally.
Yeah. You get some cat booty in your face or
Mhm.
something.
Oh lordy.
That was
I'm
funny.
sorry, but if you've ever woken up to cat butt in your face, you know the instance that you see it, and then you're instantly enraged because it's not their fault for you waking up at the wrong time, but
Right.
you're pissed off because they're on you, and their butt's pointing at your nose.
And then you're like,
It's just
how
like-
long have they been there?
You don't know if they farted in your face. You don't know if like they've just been circling on your chest. Are you the reason why I'm not sleeping good at night?
For real.
Totally the reason.
Like okay, so instead of cats, that with pit bulls. So I would wake up and there'd be a pit bull because my dad would open the door whenever I was living with him, and he would let these 3 pit bulls in, and one of them was white, one of them was gray, and one of them was like a white brown color. Beautiful, beautiful. But see, the white one, his name was Max. He had these farts that would clear rooms. Literally, we'd all get up and walk out of the room because it smelled so bad.
Poor Max.
Well,
What's wrong
oh
with
no,
this
don't
food?
poor Max him. He used that shit as a weapon. He'd look at you dead in the eyes and smile after he did it.
Weaponized fart.
So Max
Hell
was
yeah.
sick. Okay.
Max was an asshole, bro. Max would literally sit there, and every single morning after they ate,
Oh no.
my dad would let them in if I didn't wake up early enough. So therefore, he would let them in. Keep in mind, I was 19, So he would let them in. I'd hear the door open. I'm like, you know what? Just try to pretend to stay asleep. Maybe we'll go back to sleep. Whatever. They're just checking on you. Fuck it. No, this motherfucker lets Max in right after he ate. And Max, see, here's the thing with a pit bull fart. You can hear it when it happens.
No.
So my eyes instantly snap open. And I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. I'm not gonna leave the room, and I breathe in to try to wake up because I'm still drowsy. And oh my god, worst fucking idea I've ever had.
You had a
I would
alarm.
much rather, I would much rather stub my toe 3 times on a coffee table than one of his farts again. They're so bad.
That's funny.
But all 3 of them, like one of them, her name was Lola. That was my brother's
Her
dog.
name was
She was the one that
Lola.
would get up.
Sorry.
You're fine. It's actually adorable because that's exactly what we would do. She'd jump up on the bed and, well, she's about 25 pounds, somewhere around there. She's a pretty big dog already, and she's still a puppy. And she'd get up there and just stand on my chest and bounce. That was her method of waking me up, and I don't know how many times I threw that dog.
I would have to get a lock on my
I don't know
door.
how many times. See, I do have a lock. I did have a lock on that door. I just never used it because I didn't care enough. It was good to wake up to fuzzy critters wanting to love on you. But see, the other one, the gray one, her name was Pippa. I love Pippa to death, but that dog licks and slobbers everywhere. So therefore, her method of waking me up is literally licking my face and drowning me to wake. After that, I started to just learn to wake up at 12 o'clock around there. Is that was around like the magical time where I needed to wake up.
I'm glad to
Because I was
survive
working night
all of
shift
your
at that point.
alarms.
I don't know. I don't think I survived Pippa's drowning. I think this is all a dream. But Max is about 35 pounds to 40 pounds of just pure muscle. He a big dog. He a real big dog. And you'd hear him walking down against the heart. You knew exactly who was coming. You're like, oh, dude, come on, no, go away.
That's funny. Every time you kept saying that, I kept thinking of my mom's dog, Max. He's like just ridiculous like that too, actually. Big ass, like he's a mix. I can't remember, German Shepherd and something else. He's a stinky little bugger too.
I don't care whatever anybody says. If you name a dog Max, you have put a curse on them for stinky
Oh,
farts. Period. I don't
gosh.
care what you say. Like, stinky farts all the way. I've never met a dog that is. His name is Max, and or even Maxine. I don't know why, but it's the Max in the name. That's just the curse of stinky farts.
No, my dog has it, and he's like 10 pounds. He's a small dog, which very spoiled dog. If I put that, if I exaggerated, like it's very spoiled, and it's just sometimes he will pick and choose who he wants to sleep with at night. Some nights it's my mom, some nights it's my sister, some nights it's with me, and it's just this dog is spoiled to a point where he will take your whole pillow like you're laying on it. He'll push you down your bed so you're not on the pillow anymore. So I have a designated pillow, a full pillow for him when he sleeps next to me. And the next morning when I wake up, I am halfway off my pillow. Or halfway off my bed to be exact. I was like, dude, you are like a 10-pound, not even 10-pound dog. You are small. You don't need all this room.
That's how Lola was.
And
She
Yeah,
would
they're
take up the whole day.
this dog will not eat. This dog will literally make you hand feed him, like put his food in your hand and he'll eat. He would not eat his food on the ground. We would have to put it on the couch for him to eat, and we have to stare at him. It's literally like forcing your child to eat, and you have to sit there and you have to look at them the whole time. So he would eat. Like, Jesus, help, please. But everyone really loves him, and he actually, when he's home alone, he actually cries.
Oh.
I'm just like, dude, you need to be home. You need to leave for 5 minutes, and you come back, and he's like, oh my god, you've been like 40 hours. I did not seen you. Like, what? But he's adorable. He's really cute.
It's such a funny thing to think about, though, eh? Like, I wonder what animals actually think about when you leave. Like, you're just gone for hours.
I think they think we're never coming back because they're always so excited when they finally see us. They're like, oh, you're back.
So true, eh?
You didn't abandon me? Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
Oh, and then when my mom takes him to work or to Tahoe, where because my stepdad lives in Tahoe, and it's just like this, and it snows in Tahoe. It snows in Lake Tahoe. This dog would not use the restroom. He would put one paw out, and he's like, "No, I'm going back in."
That's funny.
He's
Too bougie for Lake Tahoe.
But during the spring, during the summer, he's fine. He's like, I don't make you walk with me for like 4 times around this neighborhood, and I don't care how you're tired. I don't care if you're tired, and I need a walk, But once it starts snowing, and you let him out to use the restroom at night, right? So we don't wake up like 3 o'clock at night for him to use his restroom. I mean, who wants to wake up at 3 a.m. to take a dog to use the restroom? I don't. I lived in a pretty sketchy neighborhood, so no thank you. And it's just like he would even so right now it's like rainy and windy, right? We're in the middle of a cyclone, whatever you want to call it. And then we'll take him out to use the restroom, and he feels the cold, the wind, the ground's cold. We have a little, not balcony, like, I don't know. He walked down the stairs, and then his paw would touch the concrete. He will dash out to use restroom and dash back in. Like, you just, what? He will leave you behind. Dude.
I know, they have such cute personalities, eh? Dogs, just funny.
My dogs disappeared. We had a blizzard at Christmas, and I mean, I didn't get a chance to like shovel because we just woke up and we were letting them out.
Yeah.
They jumped outside to go potty and literally disappeared in the snow. And then I got to shoveling a path in an area, but yeah, my dogs are tiny too.
My dog actually blends in with the couch. Since we have a white couch, and he's a white dog, and then he has a white blanket, right? So like once, because we have a camera in the kitchen, right, at my house, and we're just like, once he's home alone, like my mom once in a while like checks because my mom likes to spy. I don't know why. She just do. She just wants to keep an eye out what her kids are doing in her house. And then she would call me and she was like, "Where's Tofu?" I'm like, "What do you mean? He's at home." She's like, "No, he's not home." So I checked. I said, "Dude, he's on top of a couch in his white blanket. He blends in with it." It's just so funny.
I was gonna ask you, Z-Chick. So you were playing A Way Out, right, recently?
Mm-hmm.
How have you enjoyed that game, or like, what do you think about it so far?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's pretty good. I like puzzles, so I love to try to figure things out. It's kind of weird because like I am literally depending on Bento to. We've got to do it together, or we're not going to succeed. Pretty much. So that's a little tricky. It's kind of like It Takes Two kind of thing, where you just have to have that other person person to help you get through it.
Yeah, I guess that's what I was kind of like slowly gonna hint towards. I'm really curious when you are finished it, just to hear what your opinion is with those two games. Like, like which one is the better choice, I guess, to go to, or like what's the difference between the two of those? Like obvious.
So far, I like them both so far.
Yeah.
I mean, I played It Takes Two twice. I played it with my husband and then I played it with Tommy. We beat it both times. I love it. It's fun. It's different with each person, obviously. Like when I was playing with my husband, we were more combative because, we're in a relationship and you should listen to what the fuck I'm telling you we gotta do, dude. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, babe, it's better this way, or we should do it this. I'm like, no, bro, this way. And I'm like, you know what? Fine, you be the chick. So it's totally different in that aspect. But then when I'm playing with Tommy, I'm nicer, I guess, because I'm not married to him. So
I get you.
I mean, I love Spider, you guys. He's great. You guys, he's totally great. But we bicker, and that's our thing. That's what we do.
Oh no, don't worry. Cheyenne and I, the way we were
Yeah,
playing Human
it's like
Fall
harmless
Flat.
banter.
Yeah, like move the damn brick.
Right. And he gets so impatient too, because like if I'm just looking at a scene, he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, bro, no, we're not doing that."
I feel you. Yeah, I get so mad when Cheyenne like skips it by accident. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And now I won't even know what that was about. Like, I need to.
Oh yeah, skipping dialogue is not allowed, yo. It's not.
Oh, dude. So I'm playing Kingdom of Amalur with my fiance, right? And her thing is to try to get the side missions or the main missions as fast as possible. So she skips all the dialogue. I'm like, if you actually listen to some of that, you would find out that they actually tell you where to go.
Right,
And
there's
sometimes
clues. There's
Ah.
clues. Yeah, I'm a jerk. I skip dialogue sometimes too.
time I skip it, I'm just like, yeah. I'll listen
Yeah, I'm
to
like,
this
no,
second
we'll figure
playthrough,
it
see how
out.
much fun I'll have.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing for me to when I like play Valorant with my boyfriend, right? And then we're in a very competitive game. And he's like, "Why do you do that?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You just messed me up. You're the reason why I died." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" It's just so fun playing games with your significant other.
Sorry, that's my kid in the background. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good, CJ. Yeah, no, I agree with you. It is a lot of fun playing with your significant other. It's definitely a different experience. Like Z-Chick was saying, than playing with a friend.
I want him to play Human Fall Flat me, but he doesn't want to.
It's
And then I have this game. It's called Heavenly Bodies,
Ooh,
and like you're in space and you're trying to figure out all these puzzles, and
yeah.
you need each other. And I was like, play that with me, and he's like, no. I was like, why? You get bossy. I was like, I already am bossy. It's in game or not, dude. Let's go. I'll get him to play it. It's me like a couple of weeks. We'll get there. I'm gonna wear him down with like food.
There you go.
You played Genshin, right, CJ?
Yes.
So
Like it's a religion.
going back to Genshin, because I played Genshin as well.
Ooh.
So like I am stuck.
Where are you stuck at?
Right now I'm at Liyue right now.
Oh, we
The
should play.
Yeah. I'll definitely message you and let you know my information, stuff like that.
Oh, we should play.
Yeah.
I think I finished everything except for like five quests or something. So.
Yeah, no, it's just I just finished fighting the dragon for Mondstadt, and now I'm do it, and like my adventure rate is like 21 or 22. I don't quite remember. So I'm still such a noob of it, and I finally got my
go
I finally got my word level to 1. So I'm like, oh my goodness.
That's what's up. I would dominate in your world. I'm excited. I'd feel like a god in there. No, I'm just kidding. Well, because like I'm world level 8, like going down to world level 1 would be like, yes.
It's this one shot everything.
Exactly. Like I'm just gonna
Wait.
smack a hilichurl down.
My friend, his world level is 6, so every time he answer my world, he is a dude. Just watch me one shot.
Exactly. Nobody lets me in their world. Like randoms when I'm trying to like join for like just little things or whatever. They don't let me in. I'm like, nobody wants to play.
I found out recently that you could do commissions with co-op.
Uh-huh.
You just, of course, you can't do any of the like story quests or
You can do world quests together. So like if you have any world quests that
I have a lot.
are in blue, you can like I could help you with those. I just can't help you with any Archon quests.
Yeah. It's just I know you could do commissions together and world quest. You just can't do like the main story.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I have so many world quests and it's like I kept like deceasing in a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not due to the enemy. Oh, some of the enemies, but like it's also due to I forgot what it's actually called, but it's in Mondstadt, right? So it's up in the like snowy mountains.
Dragon's Spine.
Yeah, I keep dying because the
Because you're freezing to death like every 5 seconds. Fuck Dragon Spine. But yeah.
I'm just like, because I have a world quest up there, and I was trying to do it before I got to Leeway, but I'm just like, I kept dying. I'm like, you know what, F this.
I did that too. I skipped over Dragon Spine and went to Leeway and did like half of all the stuff over there before I went back to Dragon Spine.
But I'm trying to open I'm trying to like unlock all the statues, and this one statue I cannot get into because it's so far up on a mountain, and my stamina is not that great, so I keep falling.
We should definitely play together so we could, or at least talk about it so that you can get your stamina and stuff up.
Yeah, because my level is pretty high. My level is like around, well, my main, she's like level like 30, 36.
Nice.
I haven't really unlocked anyone new besides the first few beginner, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot exactly who I have, but this weekend if you're free, I will just message you and then we'll play some.
For sure. I'm down. Absolutely.
Look at the community coming together. It's so nice.
I mean,
See what you made mindful.
I pretty much live in Genshin, so yeah, it's all good.
My friend's just like, watch me one shot this Hilton Crow real quick. And then he'll like show me all these like little puzzles where you did like the chests and stuff like that. I'm like, I never knew it was here. And then he was like, do you know this? You know you could do this? I'm like, no.
I've been playing it for like, I feel like I'm constantly still learning new things about it.
I stopped playing it for a while because I'm like, for a while it's like I got pretty bored of it, and I just got back into it recently. So I'm just like, now I'm like grinding through every day.
Mindful. Z-Chick is gonna feel like how I did whenever we hopped into Dying Light.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Or Mom in Destiny 2.
Oh my god, dude! If you hop into Destiny 2 with Mom, you're set. You're fine. You can just
Mom,
relax.
will you carry me through Destiny 2 sometime, pretty please?
Yeah.
It's so cool watching her
absolutely.
just kill bad guys. I'm like, oh wow, he's on fire. Oh, look what's happening over here.
Yeah, absolutely. I love Destiny too. Yeah.
I'm still
I was
really
actually
new at
highly
it,
impressed.
Oh, what?
oh no, go ahead.
One game I do want to play with you guys is probably like Dead by Daylight. I want to see how that plays out.
Hell
I have
yeah.
never played.
I will never Dead by Daylight.
I played it. I played it for a minute.
I have it, but I've never played it. The couple times I tried to play with Mindful, it kept like booting me out. So then I was like, man, F this game. It's a Dollar Tree game. Sorry. It's just the mood.
No worries.
I stopped
I'm
playing it
always
because
down
I
to
couldn't
play.
figure it the fuck out.
Mindful. We should play Dead by Daylight.
For sure, yeah, we totally can.
The only problem is I'm probably gonna be like screaming a lot because like the killers will pop out of nowhere. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, no, they scare the crap out of me too sometimes. It's ridiculous.
And I was like, and then I don't know what, because I'm still pretty new at the game, right? So I'm still learning how to, finding all the like different escape routes besides using the door or the hatchet. Like I'm still trying to find like the hatches and stuff like that.
Oh,
I don't even know what
so
you guys are
long.
talking about. That's how new I am.
But it's just like
yeah.
I don't know
I
why
played it too. Yeah.
the killers already. I don't know how the killers know, but they always go for the new person, and when I say new person, they always go for me. I'm like, why?
I'll come play with you, so they'll go for me now. You'll be safe.
We'll add Tommy in there. He could be the killer.
Oh, dude. I was playing Friday the 13th. He's like, I'm going to get you and I'm going to snap your neck. I was like, I know. That's all I could say. I was like, I know, dude. I know. But I'm going to try to get away.
He's so
I play with
funny.
a couple friends, and they're like, "Oh, go easy on Sleepy, go easy on Sleepy," and they're like, "Nah, I'm not aiming for Sleepy Fish. It's the easiest." I'm like, what?
Like, Mom, when you were talking about games to like bring that side of you, like definitely Dead by Daylight is one of them. Like I get so bad when I get mad at like the generators, like basically you have to time perfectly right every time.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
when you start making those mistakes, like I can't control it anymore. I'm just like, mother.
Oh yeah.
I'll give you a heads up, Mindful. I'm probably one of those people. Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm that person you don't want on your team then. Just saying.
Oh no, it's fun. Even if you are losing, it's still fun.
Okay.
It's different when you just play by yourself. 'Cause
Yeah.
you just actually get mad. But when you're actually playing friends, you're like, you stupid.
Yeah, I'm going to get cussed out a lot.
But no, I don't know. It'd be fun though.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I would love it. To do more bigger community games. Just saying, Sleepy, Destiny 2 is also free to play, so
And I finally got past some stuff so I can actually play with others.
yeah.
Oh, that's good. Cool. Yeah. If you ever want to play, just hit me up on Discord, message me, and we'll set up some time to play. Yeah, it's one of my favorite games to play.
Sweet.
One game everyone should play is Valorant. I'm just saying.
I don't really nobody yell at me. I don't usually play shooters at all. Like Destiny's the only one that I've actually given more than half a shot.
Good.
Is Valorant like on like Xbox and PlayStation as well, or is it just PC?
I think it's just PC for now.
Damn.
But I know a while back they're talking about trying to make it like a mobile, which I'm like, that's gross.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
gross.
That's weird though.
There's
Yeah.
games that should be just
I
stay
agree.
on Xbox and PC, but like for mobile, it's just like it doesn't.
It doesn't
guess
make
how-
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you do that with Valorant?
Yeah.
That's weird.
But they were talking about it, and I was like, you know what? If they go through with it, then I'm gonna try it out. But most highly, it's just the zombie girls. I don't know how else to put it.
No, I agree with you. Like, yeah, it's weird to think like there's Dead by Daylight on mobile and like like Fortnite.
What? Dead by Daylight?
Yeah. It's just weird to think that they have those games on your phone.
That's
On mobile?
weird.
That is weird. Yeah.
So weird.
I kind of can't imagine how that works.
I mean,
Yeah, right, like-
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
With something
I
like this.
never knew that.
Yeah. It's it's really bizarre.
Yeah.
I tried Genshin on mobile, and I was like, I suck on mobile. Later.
Yeah.
I had Genshin on mobile, but I
Mm-mm.
couldn't log in for some reason, so I'm like, F this.
I didn't like the controls on mobile, honestly. So I was like, I can't do it.
That's what it is, right? Like you get so excited, you're like, okay, yeah, it'll probably be a good time, and it's like, no, the controls just ruin the whole experience.
Well, I
not
did
the
it because we were
same.
like
Mhm.
road tripping, and I was like, ooh, I can play while he's driving or whatever for a little bit. Nope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even Minecraft is strange on mobile, I
Yeah,
think. The
Mm-hmm.
controls are just freaking weird.
Yeah, kind of throws the whole gaming on it.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
well, guys, it's a little bit later than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, that was actually really good.
Probably all my fault. I'm sorry.
No. Yes, that's my co-host. You know, he was a little late again. No, I'm just kidding, Fundead. So
I mean,
it's okay. It's okay.
no,
You just play Neon Abyss. It's okay, my friend.
We're just gonna
we
blame it on Fundead
skip it.
here.
Oh, shit, that's funny.
But yeah, so I guess it's safe to say that next week at 7:30. I don't know how you guys felt. Like I kind of like this. It was cool to get like everyone's actual voice on here and not just Xbox players. You know, that Xbox is the
Feeling
best,
sick.
but
I thought it was pretty cool. It's fun.
so if you guys are interested, then and Funded, it still works well for you as well. I don't mind doing it this way going forward.
No, I have no issues with it.
Yeah. All right. So then we'll do it this way. We'll just post the question in the Discord, and then give you guys more than the 2 days that I gave you to think about it. And then if you want to hop on, then by all means, like please don't ever feel shy. I don't mind if you guys come on every single week, or if you come in every couple of weeks, wherever the case might be. You're always welcome.
Yes.
Is basically what I'm trying to say.
Mindful.
What's that?
I'm naturally shy and mindful, so
Oh, okay, awesome. We got a recurring guest. Yeah.
I'm a little shy. I don't know if I'll be back, guys.
Okay, sure.
I'm just kidding. I'm totally not shy. Sorry.
But okay.
Listen,
I'm just gonna call it right now. Z-Chick, you're probably the
Even
most
if you're
confident
shy.
streamer.
What? No. Maybe the loudest.
Listen, even if you're shy, I don't care. You're coming back on at some point.
Of course.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, master. Yes.
Don't feed that.
Yeah, don't.
Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I won't say it. I'm not gonna say it.
That ego level right now is just.
Oh, man.
Yeah, for real.
Wow. I did it now. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you guys next week, maybe.
Mindful, end your stream real quick so I can just say what I want to say.
Oh my God.
Alrighty then. Well, on that special note, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and we will see you guys next Tuesday at 7:30. Bye.
Bye, guys. It was fun.